Are they both lit? Is the numbers going? All right, we're live.
We are
well,
live.
like I say all the time, live. We're not live. We're not live.
We're
We are though
we're
live
alive.
here.
Yes.
So we're kind of live here. So, hi Scott, how are you?
Good morning. How you doing, Mark?
Good morning.
Thanks for getting here
Well,
early and setting up.
Oh my goodness, it took about 3
Appreciate it.
hours.
Yeah.
Always takes longer than expected, but you know what? It's always fun. Like somebody stopped me on Amazon because I'm telling you, like now we have 2 tents, a TV that doesn't work because I forgot the remote control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's for show. It's just up there for show now.
And we have the cameras, but we're not.
We got the cameras that are waiting for our 11 o'clock guest,
Yes,
Mr. Mike
okay.
Modrick, who's going to be joining us at 11 o'clock.
Channel 7.
So in the meantime, we're gonna small talk. So
Okay. We got
we do this every week, Sarasota Street Talk, right here on the streets of Sarasota at the Farmers Market. We are right now in front of Bricks, right here on State Street. So I want to give a shout out to Bricks, and then also the Rise and Eyes, kind enough to let us use this area, the space right here in front for Sarasota Street Talk.
Correct.
What is Sarasota Street Talk, Scott?
Oh, it's just talk about Sarasota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
It's
people
coming
the
by,
people that come
stopping
by.
and talking. We've got Misty
We'll have
stopping by.
a guest.
We have a guest
in
at
fact.
11, another one at 12.
Yeah, we'll have guests come on, schedule 1 or 2 each week. But then mostly it's about just people that are walking around, finding out who they are, what they're about, where they're from, what they're doing, how they enjoy Sarasota, and just come down and speak with us.
That's right.
And
Yep.
just get on the podcast.
Yeah, it's
So-
a little different view today than we've had in the past as far as the farmers market. Because State Street used to be full of groceries.
Yeah, they actually
fruits
have-
and vegetables and all that, but it's too hot now.
Yeah,
right? This
they've
time of
cut,
year, they
they've
kinda
kind of
cut
cut
it
this
back.
down.
Yeah.
On State Street.
Yeah.
Wish they'd bring it back. But we got some space here that we can do this, and that's great.
Yes.
Let me go and pump up the mic volume here a little bit. And that is the famous Charlie Sarasota that you hear, a little
Speaking in the background.
speaking in the background, a little doggy. So, a very muggy day today.
Yeah, it's.
I would think it's
in
what?
the
What's the
90s.
temp say?
I don't
It's
know. Saturday, July 22nd. I don't think you can expect it not to be in the 90s.
Saturday, July 22nd, and
Pardon?
it's
I have no AC right now.
You have no AC in your house? Oh,
No.
boy.
100 and what's it say here? 52 degrees.
It's 99, feels like
150
140.
degrees.
That's
That
a
is
hot
a-
one.
Hey, you wait till August rolls around. Oh, that's you think you're hot now?
Yeah, and then
Oh,
you get
you-
to October, November, December, January, February, March.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
ain't
I'm
seen
looking
nothing
for.
yet. Wait till August. August will be miserable. You're just going to want to die. So just make sure that you've got plenty of hydration,
Yes.
sun protection.
It feels like 98. The
It feels like 98, or it is 98?
meteorologist is saying 89 feels like 98.
Oh my God, it's like almost seems like it's 98. Feels like 104.
I can feel your pain.
But anyway,
the pool
And
at
we're-
my
and we're in the
condo. The pool at my condo complex is like a spa.
yeah,
It's like
The
96
pool is the hot tub.
degrees. Yes, the pool is the hot tub. The hot tub, you die.
yeah,
The hot tub, I throw in eggs, make some hard-boiled
Mhm.
eggs. I'm all good to go.
yeah. That's where you make your spaghetti
Yes.
and you boil it up. So, but yeah, so a balmy day. We're under cover. Thank God, the cover shade of a couple tents right here, which is nice. We got a little breeze coming through. But again, why do we do this? Why do we do this, Scott? We do Sarasota Street Talk right here.
We love hearing from everybody.
You know what? Yeah,
You know,
it's,
we
it's,
have scheduled guests, but for the most part, it's really still about the people coming by.
it's all
you
about
know?
the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because everyone's so unique. It's so exciting to have somebody sit down, and then you don't know what you're going to get as far as a story, like where they're
Right.
from, and it's going to be, a touring artist who is here, who lives here, who's going on, on their
Oh.
tour overseas, which is a nice kind of segue into one of our guests at noon. Right,
and
Scott?
Yes, and you know what else? Brian Johnson.
Yeah. If we say
Instead of
Brian
Beatles
Johnson three times, maybe
every
he'll
day.
appear.
And Dickie Betts.
Yeah, Dickie Betts.
Those are- those
Brian
are
Johnson,
three.
Brian Johnson. All right, so he should appear on our show.
Yeah.
So one day.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
I will telepathically think Brian Johnson come sit with us, and maybe he will. But we've You are sweating profusely, Scott. Would you like a water?
I've got one in here.
Okay.
Would you guys like to come talk to
Hey,
us?
would you like to come talk to us on our podcast? That was a
5 minutes, 10 minutes?
just who you are, what you're doing.
Just yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, it's just
Look
yeah.
at that.
See?
There you go. All right.
There we go.
I love it.
It's nothing scary. It's nothing.
It's
Huh?
Oh.
Open
yes,
to talk.
open to talk.
Open to
It's,
talk.
it's recorded, so
Yeah, but go and
you gotta
don your
get
headphones there if you
way
would.
Up here, you might want to
And talk in the mic like a rock star, and
We're
just
just gonna hear about you.
yeah. And
It's
this
all
is just
about you.
essentially
It's all about you.
introducing yourself, who you are, where
It's
you're
all about
from.
you. That's what
Oh,
it's
damn.
about.
This is
Yep.
a show about you.
Well, you can talk about your girlfriend, or you can talk
And-
about your family. You can talk about whatever you
Right.
want.
So please introduce yourself.
up,
You have to get right up on the mic
way
there,
up
and you can
there.
bring it to you if it's more comfortable.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah,
be this
yeah.
close to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
you
name
wanna-
is Jay.
Jay,
Hey Jay, how are you? Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Scott.
My name is Mark.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
Me
meet
too.
you. So, is the first time you've been here at the farmers market?
Yeah, I've been to the other farmers market down in by the beach.
Oh, Siesta.
The one in
Oh,
Siesta,
in
the
Siesta.
smaller one.
That's
Yeah,
on
there's-
Sundays, right?
It is on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
There's a lot of those going on. You got the Lakewood Ranch one going on.
That's Sunday as
Bradenton's is
well.
probably is
This one's a
hopping.
lot bigger though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this.
You guys have a lot more going on, but I do like that one. It's like more personalized, I guess I would
Is
say.
it?
The lady with the crystals over there. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if you've seen her.
No,
She has really nice crystals
Really?
and like really nice jewelry and stuff like that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
And she
there-
does like handcrafted pieces and stuff like that. It's really nice.
And there's
cool.
a lot of that going on. You know, like the handcrafted soap that's going on down here.
So
You got
that's
some
the other one too.
coffee
Actually, that's
and-
actually my favorite. The handcrafted soap over
Oh,
there.
I can't get enough.
I don't think she's here or they're here. The couple.
No, it's a young lady, blonde, it's on the other side of
The one I
Maine.
catch over there it's a couple,
Okay, yeah, I'm talking about the one over by
and they
Madison's,
have
by
really
Madison's.
good handcrafted soaps. Like you bathe with them, and they make your skin feel like
Really?
nice and soft
Right.
and smell good. It's not like
Mhm.
all these other soaps that are like they dry you out and like you
Right.
don't really smell like much.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
Yeah,
So
I've
are
got-
you from Sarasota or Siesta?
No, down south.
Okay.
Yeah, in Miami.
All right.
Yeah.
You just up here visiting? Or?
I love Sarasota.
Oh,
This place is awesome.
the place is
Yeah,
phenomenal.
the beach is awesome. Great places
Yep.
to eat. People are super nice.
Right.
Yeah, and you come here often? Do you go
I
back?
try to. I
Yeah.
love it so much. I try to.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
This is probably like my second or third time coming this year.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, breeze.
It's-
You have a breeze coming?
We
Oh,
consider
yay.
ourselves fortunate to live here. You know?
Sadly,
I mean,
last
that's
time
what's
I
cool.
came, it was raining a lot though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That
But I
time-
still stayed at the beach for a while. But
Yeah.
it was raining.
How long you guys down here for?
From Friday to Sunday.
Cool.
That's typically what I do. We got like a
All
nice little Airbnb by here.
All right.
So a
nice.
good amount of time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what's happening for you tonight? Like, what are you going to be doing?
Probably the beach and just chill. Just chill.
Mhm.
Yeah. Barbecue at home at the Airbnb.
oh,
Okay.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get downtown at night?
I like going to Connors. I don't know if you guys have been
Oh,
to
Oh, we
Connors.
all love
Steakhouse?
Connors.
Connors is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us
Connors
love
is really good. Yeah. And then I typically go to another Broken Egg
Mhm.
down in Siesta Key.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my favorite
Where's that?
spot
Yeah,
there.
and I don't know, but I think there's a broken egg right there by Cine Bistro.
There's a couple of
But
them.
there's a few around here, I
Yeah.
think, right?
On Tamiami?
They just opened across
There's
the street, right?
another Broken Egg and a Broken Egg. I think there's two
Oh,
of them.
that's
there's two
kind
of
of
them,
that's kind of quippy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been to that one, but I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fantastic.
They kind of like cater their breakfast differently every morning and stuff like that. It's very gourmet. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you guys are out then Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what's probably your favorite thing about Sarasota?
The
you think?
beach.
Just
The beach.
straight
It's
up.
easy.
There's
You go
no
to both of them?
hesitation
It's
there at
easy.
all.
You go to Lido and Siesta, or both
Yeah.
Siesta? Okay.
Yeah.
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 A little
But Siesta-
easier Lido Siesta this time of year is probably not bad parking and all that, right?
It's
If
just
you get
like
there early
you
enough,
dream to like
it is awesome.
live out there, have like a
Right.
beach house, and just like be able to walk out there. It's really nice. It's super nice.
And that's what's so cool about downtown too, because
Yeah.
really everything here is really within walking distance.
And that's how I feel too. Like I feel like I live in South Florida, and everybody's always like, "Oh my God, South Beach, South Beach, South Beach." But like, once you travel a little bit just north, and you're like, "Okay, South Beach sucks. There's nothing good about South Beach. It's full of
We'd like to
seaweed.
hear
It's
that.
small.
Yeah.
Not much like sand or like.
I've been down there twice and had fun because that's my first time, right?
Right,
So I
right.
saw it all for the very first time. But I guess if you're there, after a while, it's like
and
okay,
it's quieter out
That's
here
it.
too.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a lot quieter on the beach.
and there's more to do,
Yeah.
and a lot of good restaurants, and
I
there's-
feel rude playing music here, like at the beach, compared to like South Florida.
Really?
I feel like that's the vibe in South Florida. Everybody's like
Everybody's
party,
got all
party, party.
different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I bring my.
Yeah, don't worry about
I bring
it.
my Bose
we
out
bring that
there.
speaker out.
We bring that.
We blast
yeah,
it.
we-
It's
we
fine.
do
Don't worry about it.
We do that stuff on Lido. It's okay.
What's that?
Beach party's coming up soon.
Beach
Yes,
party.
we're having
beach
a beach
party.
party.
Oh yeah. What's
We're
do
gonna have
we
a beach
date yet?
party in yeah. I was just talking about August.
Mid-August.
Mid-August,
Yeah, how hot it is.
the hottest time of the year. We're gonna have a beach
I know we
party.
say mid-August, but it's right there.
Right?
Like August is literally
Right
right
around
there.
the corner.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
You want to tell them about your Facebook?
Oh yeah, so I run it's called I Love Downtown Sarasota. It's a
Okay.
Facebook page,
Be perfect
a group.
for
Rather.
having-
Only
It's a group, not
I
a
made
page.
the mistake.
It's a group, not a
page.
page. That's-
And please feel free to join. It's just all
Yeah.
about what to do here. I mean, I'm a
Cool.
realtor downtown who's
I'm
a
a
mortgage
mortgage
broker.
guy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
just saw your shirt
But-
and you're a mortgage broker.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's not about real estate. It's just about where
This
to
is
go,
about
what to
fun.
do, events, just things about downtown Sarasota. Hey, Misty, you gonna come back around later? Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you have hydration?
And I'm also gonna head out.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So yeah. All right.
Oh, hey, man, thank you so much for
Thanks, guys.
stopping.
Yeah. Thanks for
Very
having
nice
us.
to
Good
meet
to meet
you.
you.
Telling you, man,
Thank you for
this-
visiting our city.
Thank you.
We love
You
it.
guys have a
It's
great
not
day.
really my
Thank you.
city, but
And
you know.
Well,
It's your
it
city.
is your
You
city.
can claim it. It's my city.
It is your city.
All right. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you, man. And
Um,
people
so
like so
that's
meeting
good.
people like that is exactly what
Why we're-
Sarasota
why
is.
we're out here
People
sweating.
come here. Well,
Yeah.
that's why we do what we do.
That's right.
That's why we come out here and sweat to talk to people.
And I love hearing that. You know,
Just
this
and you know what?
city's
That was
so
cool
great,
because
right?
people always talk about how we love Miami,
Yeah.
and it's fun. It's like it's refreshing to have somebody come from Miami and say we love Sarasota.
Right.
You know, that's awesome. And I mean, Miami's cool too, but I'll take
Yeah.
Sarasota.
I've been there. I think just once, long time ago.
I was there
Long time
twice.
ago.
I'm not gonna lie, had a great time each time. But you know what? Then I kind of saw everything, and it was time to come home.
Yeah. You know, it's a nice place to visit. But I
But wouldn't want to live
there.
there.
You got
Yeah.
it. Sarasota is a great place to visit, and I would want to live here.
So, all right. So Scott, we're gonna segue for a little second into
And then we got
Little business.
Do a little
little business
yeah,
here,
let's talk
just
about
real quick.
business.
So,
Yeah.
you being a mortgage broker here,
Yeah.
what do you actually seeing with rates? It's
they-
what's on everybody's minds.
Yeah, and actually they've improved. You know, we were touching it. We hit the 7 mark for a while there,
Mhm.
and now we're back down to about 6.5.
Really?
Yeah, so we
Do you
had
see
a
a
nice
downward
rally
trend
in
in
the
the future?
bonds. You know what? I think we're going to be around this range. You got an election coming up next year, so you might see a little bit improvement. You know,
Mhm.
if the Fed wants to make Mr. Biden, President Biden, look sharp.
You say Mr. Biden,
Mr. President Biden.
Mr. President Biden.
President Biden. You know, I think election years seem to be years of, stock market rallies and bond rally and bring that bond yield down a little bit. So we'll see. The economy is supposedly slowing, so they're not as afraid of inflation and all that kind of stuff. So I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And rates, we're not going to see a lot of people like, oh man, I thought we were going to see 8 or 9, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, as far as the real estate's concerned, it's still a lot of inventory out there right now. We've gone up to 4 months of inventory.
Oh, a little better.
So that's
right?
up for
A little
it's
better.
up from 3 months
Right.
last month.
Yeah.
So yeah, more people are putting their houses on the market. But interesting though, it's the sales have not stopped. Like it's still people are still buying.
They're still going quick, right?
And
What's the average time on the market?
for condos, it's 19 days,
Wow. Oh yeah.
depending on where you're at. Like if you're in like
Still.
Siesta Key or if you're like any of the barrier islands, you know, it's
Yeah.
going to be a less amount of time.
Yeah.
The condos are about 19 days, and single-family homes, I think, are sitting right around 45, 40
Okay.
to 45.
Well, that's a little,
You know.
little more opportunities for more people, I guess.
Mhm.
I think what you probably are finding maybe a little bit more, and depending on the sales prices, more first-time home buyer programs, because they're not sitting on a house with a 3% interest rate going, I can't move.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
imagine you're seeing that, right?
Mhm.
People are like, I mean, the shortage of inventory, would you attribute that to being it? The people that have mortgages don't want to sell their house because it's at such a low rate.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of the challenge. Like it's been like, look, I'll just sit on this. What am I going to get now? You know, unless I get what I want for this and then pay cash, but then are things so inflated that I can't? I like where I'm at right now, and can I get my quality of life with what I sell this property for, like in this market? So,
Right.
so yeah, it's just interesting because yeah, people are still buying and people are still selling, and it's kind of like a happy medium. So.
Yeah.
It's a healthy market. It's exciting, especially downtown, where there is so much going on.
Yeah.
A
we've
lot
got,
that you can see and a lot that you really don't even know is about to happen.
Evidently, the new restaurant right across from us here over on
Is that,
Lemon, Toastique.
Has
I
Dostik
think it
opened
just
up?
opened, yeah.
It
Our
did.
friends Holly
All
and
right.
Christine are there right now.
Okay.
They were heading over there, so I think it opened this week.
So
And
Tostique, if we want to explain what Tostique is,
I
and
think you know better than I.
I barely.
It's
uh,
toast with a bunch of
it's-
different things on it.
It's gourmet toast restaurant.
Yeah.
So, and I've yet to be there, so I might be a little bit off. But from what I understand, just well, I hear it's very good. and it's just different ways for toast with different toppings and different ways to serve it, and a very diverse restaurant.
Yeah.
Something good to add to what we got, because we have Beso just opened up right there,
right next door.
the base of the Mark, right next door. Actually, have a lot of openings going on.
When's the piano bar getting open? Do you know?
Never. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. There's like so many.
I don't think they want to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I think they're still trying to decide whether it's going to be a restaurant or a bar or a club, or like to get the permitting for that. I think that's still going under discussions.
You're pretty much down here jogging every morning, so I figured you'd peek in. And
I do.
see
It's still in the
how's
same condition
it
it
is.
is. Oh yeah, no,
They
there's
haven't made any headway
Yeah.
last couple weeks.
no
Kinda
no
slowing down?
construction,
Yeah.
no forward movement. But that would be I'm looking forward to that actually here. A piano bar would be
me too.
cool.
Me too. Something
So, what is going on this weekend? As far as we got as far as activities. I mean, by the bay, you're always finding something by the bay.
Yes.
Like there's always something going on, whether it be. It's like, is that real?
Yeah, look at it's inflatable doggy.
It's who brought the inflatable doggy? I mean, I just noticed the inflatable doggy. It's like a big balloon animal ride
Yeah.
that I
it's
want to
pretty
get
cool.
on really badly.
I don't know.
So okay,
So we've got a young gal out here singing, playing acoustic. She's
Mhm.
she's awesome.
very very good.
Next week we are going to get her on the show. I don't know if she knows that yet.
No, she has. Well, we're about. She's hearing this right now,
Can you hear us?
or she's politely
I
ignoring
gotta
us.
get over there.
Well, she's in the middle of doing what she's doing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So lots going on by the bay, as it always does. You have the movies. They go on. Was it Monday
Oh
nights?
yeah. Well,
So we got.
usually they do openings I think on Friday. So the big thing at CMX in a Bistro that was on social media like crazy was Barbie.
Is that the whole Barbie thing?
The Barbie.
That's
Went
we got
big.
Barbie parties
Nicole-
going
our
on
friend
like,
Nicole
like
Hancock,
crazy.
Our friend Nicole
know?
Hancock was all over it.
And
Mr.
here,
Modric.
Mr. Modric is coming into the house
Do we want
right
to
now.
pause to get things set
No,
up?
no,
Oh,
we're gonna keep it going. So
didn't
I'm
know
gonna
if
go
we
and
had to
I'm gonna
turn
flip
that
on.
on. Yeah.
I'm gonna go flip on the cameras.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. And so I'll go flip on the cameras if you want to get Mr. Modric all situated.
I'm Scott.
Scott, Mike Modric.
Oh yeah, Mark. How are you?
Modric.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that every single time.
Modric.
Every single time. Oh, Modric. I'm sorry.
Let's grab a seat there, sir.
All right.
Probably know what you're. I imagine you don't need a lot of instruction on this stuff if you're
Not really.
if you're in TV, right?
Yeah.
Instruct him on how to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Do I need headsets? Do I need headphones?
You probably don't.
You probably don't.
Okay.
But just with her playing, we had them on.
Does she break into Van Halen shortly, or
I
does
hope
it
so.
stay like that?
I think it stays like that.
Okay. Because that I can handle.
So, Mike,
Yes.
if you can introduce yourself to me, because I don't know you. I know. Oh wait. Oh, we gotta wait for the cameras.
We gotta wait for the
we'll give
camera.
him- Yeah. Mark. 3 weeks ago, all we had was this and this. And then he went and bought tents. Then he bought cameras. Then he bought a TV. Amazon, yes. The Amazon guy lives at your house now, Mark.
Wow.
Teresa's so excited about that.
Oh, she's worse than I am.
Oh, that makes it okay then.
So you're recording in 4K. Wow. Our editing software doesn't do well with 4K because 4K is fairly new. Most of what we record is not in 4K.
All right, here we go,
We're ready to roll.
Mr.
we've been
Mike
rolling.
Modric.
Hello, sir. How
Hello,
are
sir.
you?
Very, very good. And we're gonna
Yes.
go just right up on there. For some reason, these mics gotta get right up on there. And if you want to twist it to more to your liking,
Oh, it doesn't want to stay there. You got them highfalutin, high-tech mics.
yeah, we got. I think those are at least $20 a piece. Yeah, $5 piece.
So you want me so close to it that you have to clean the windscreen after?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I want you so close
gotcha.
that we can Well, okay, I'm not going to go there. I was about to. Okay.
Yes, I know.
All right, sir. So thank you so much for coming on.
It's my pleasure.
No, this has been a lot of fun.
great.
And so some backstory here too. And I'm sure he's kind of like sick of hearing from me. So every once in a while I'll go and I'll shoot him a text and say, hey Mike, there's a lot of art downtown. I think wouldn't it be great if there was a story about, the art downtown and luckily this one he was kind of processed it. He was like, hey, that kind of would be a cool story. And
It
I
would
heard
be.
from him later.
Well, do you
But
remember
there-
our first story?
Yeah, it was the St. Armand's.
Oh, you mean Saint Amans?
St. Armand's.
St. Armand's.
Yes.
That was the way you did that. How much research goes into that? So
Oh, quite a bit. I have to look for historic photos. So first, to talk about the story, so everybody knows what we're talking about. Mark contacted me. I have a piece on discovering this, or on ABC 7 News, your local station.
yeah,
called
Discovering the Suncoast.
Discovering the Suncoast. It plays initially the new episodes on Wednesdays at 6:40 a.m. the first time. Then it plays a few more times on Wednesday, and then we do a repeat on Saturday, but Saturday with a bonus feature. And then it plays again on Sunday at 11. So the Saturday morning one is at 7:40 a.m., which is a much more civilized time
Yeah.
than 6:40 a.m.
6:40. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But yes, we talked about St. Armand's Circle and how it was the man's actual name was Amand with no R in it. So that was interesting, and that got me into the research on John Ringling. That was going to be Ringling Acres. He sold $1 million worth of property in a day, the first day that it opened for sale in the 20s before the stock market crash. Actually, the Florida crash happened before the stock market crash. So as Florida's real estate market went belly up, so went John Ringling's investment. Ringling Acres was no more, and it sat pretty much untouched for many, many years.
Many years, back into like the 60s, and then things started kind of popping back up again with advertising for Sarasota.
And air conditioning.
And air conditioning, as Mr. Dirk Dahl
Yes,
pointed out. So
exactly.
yeah, Dirk was on the interview with us. And
So that was
yeah,
our
that
first
was fun.
story that we worked on
Yep.
together.
Okay.
Did the interview down there at St. Armand's Circle, and that was
I
fun.
was so nervous. I was so incredibly
Were you?
nervous. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually didn't
yeah.
know that
Him
at
on
the time.
TV?
What's that?
You were on TV doing
Yeah,
this
actually,
interview?
well,
Yeah, I
I
thought you
was-
had that face for radio only.
No.
No, a face for a podcast
But yeah,
only.
for a podcast
Face for
only.
only.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why we. Yeah.
And we are live.
doing the
Are we
video.
live right now?
On.
ILDS?
No, I
Oh, okay.
got.
All right.
It was way out in the sun, and it was things going to overheat in like a minute and a half.
Just
So,
asking.
so that actually was a lot of fun to do, but I was so nervous. But
Didn't
it
know
it came
that.
out. It came out well, I think.
It came out
Right?
well. The editing process, we must have been shooting for probably at least 20 minutes. Just having a conversation.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Mark's
yeah, right.
not a big
Yeah, if you would like
The-
one,
guy.
would you like
Are
one?
those Bloody Marys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't drink, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Mark can have
Yeah,
mine.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The-
See, it's just the big
it's
rib.
12
that gets
o'clock
me.
somewhere.
So
That's-
Megan just came out from Bricks with what we like to call.
What do you call
What
that?
Megan? What do you call?
The
What is this?
Ultimate?
Ultimate
Bloody
Bloody
Mary.
Mary.
The only thing I
Look at
really
this. Look at
noticed
this
on
thing,
there.
Teresa. Oh, and Mike, this
Oh,
is my
Teresa.
wife Teresa behind you.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, how are you?
Mr. Mike
Hi,
Modric.
Teresa.
He was. We did the St. Armand's piece on 7, and then the one about the art downtown.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then, yeah. So after that, I got so excited. So I'm like, look at all these different ideas for shows. I'm sure he's like, dink. Okay, no.
Well, actually, the story about the outdoor art, though, led to its own story about the ferry
About-
doors.
Which also
Oh,
led
yeah.
to the one that you did about unconditional surrender. 'Cause that
Yes,
was a
that's
separate piece too, right?
That was a separate piece in and of itself.
Nice.
And that one on unconditional surrender, I don't get a tremendous amount of email on the stories. Occasionally, I'll
I
get someone
bet
to
you got
comment.
some on that one.
Well, there were only 2. There were 2. I decided not to consciously avoid any mention of any controversy surrounding the unconditional surrender statue. Because that's been done, first of
Yep.
all. That's a story that's been done, and that's not what I was discovering. I wanted to find out, how do you take a picture from 1945 in black and white and turned that into a 25-foot tall statue. And so that's the process I went over. That's the story I was going after, and that's what we did. And interestingly enough, I just did an update on that story. We had a news anchor here on Good Morning Suncoast. He left about 6-7 months ago. His name was Craig Negrelli, and he had been from Omaha. He wanted to go back to Omaha, so he went to the Gray TV station, so he's still part of the sister family that I'm with. And he went to Omaha. They just got a copy of the statue. But when I contacted him, I said, I want to do a story about Omaha and how Omaha's feeling about having unconditional surrender. He had to Google it. He had to look it up because that's not what they call it.
Oh, what do they call it?
The name of the statue there in Omaha is Embracing Peace. And that's actually the official name that Seward Johnson's workshop, they have renamed the statue that.
Yeah.
The original name, Unconditional Surrender, is from the photo, but they've officially renamed it. And so since they were getting their own copy, it's on loan. Right. It's not they don't own their copy. But yeah, it's Embracing Peace. So at first he wasn't sure we were talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Until I showed him the picture.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I think I like that name better, I think.
Embracing Peace?
Yeah, I think I mean, they're both kind of cool.
They're both good.
Yeah. But
I think the original name had the flavor of the time.
Right.
1945, we've got VJ Day.
Right.
World War II is over. What was it, 5 years of war? Thousands and thousands and thousands of people dead in that war. And unconditional surrender, we're done with this whole situation. That was certainly on point for the time.
So did you get any controversy with that? Did you get emails
I got
about it?
two emails from just some people who said,
Right.
I wish you would have touched on that.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Good.
And we have a lot of people. I interviewed Jesse Biter, who's a businessman in town here, and he loves that statue. And he really fought hard to keep it here when there was all the to do about, what are we going to do with the statue when it had to be moved.
Or should it even be here?
Right.
Because so sometimes we'll do a post on the group, ILDS, we'll do a posting, and you'll get a big mixture of the different opinions about the statue, and they'll go into detail about how, and we won't go into detail here about it,
Right.
but, the controversy about how, she didn't want it and this and that, and she was taking. Everybody just relax. I mean, I think at this point, it's a statue.
Picture. Those people are dead.
And if you
60, 70,
apparently
80,
discuss
they're dead.
with the woman, it was totally consensual.
Yeah.
Everything was. It was just happiness of the war being over. That's it. No reason.
And send
to,
your comments to Mark Klecka
yeah.
via this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. My address is mark.klecka@cbrealty.com, and just send them directly to me.
That's like my target run. When I run in the morning or afternoon or whatever, I leave my house. It's about 1.3, 1.4 miles from my house. So I run to the statue and back. And
really?
I know I'm doing 3 miles.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
It's kind of like my landmark.
Yeah, I guess that's.
So they
pretty
better
much
not move it. I'm in trouble.
Yeah,
That's
really.
where it's
As
gonna
long as they
stay
move
for
it
now, I
closer,
guess,
I'm
right?
okay. But if they move it further away, it's not going to be good.
I'd like to
No,
see
it's
that
cool.
in the
I
middle
like
of one
it.
of the
It's
circles.
neat.
You'd like to see what?
I'd like to see that in the middle of one of the circles. One of the traffic circles, possibly, or it's not going to happen.
Certainly not the new one.
Yeah, no,
the,
I think
the
we've
new
already.
traffic circle. I've been through it several times. You can't go over to St. Aman's Circle and back without doing it. But me and Google Maps are still together with that, and
Don't
I'm
get in
praying.
the far right lane.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
go near there.
Oh,
That far right
it's-
lane, you're going to St.
You're
Almond's.
going-
You're going to St. Almond's.
yeah, the real.
Because you can't get back. So it's kind of an art to get through that thing.
It is.
But just yield to the left. Just yield to the left. I mean, everyone's so up in arms about it, but
My
I love
wife's
'em.
cousins
I love
come occasionally. They've come a couple of times to this area and driving around. So the first time, he was going to be driving my car. So I wanted to make sure he knew what to do in a traffic circle. So I said, Steve, do you know what to do? Do you know what the rules are for a traffic circle? And he said, yeah, every man for himself.
'em. Yeah, it's like the gladiator. Like
Yeah,
you're going
exactly,
in.
yeah.
That's my theory.
Yeah, Don, you're.
Yeah.
I just go and hope they stop.
Yeah, and I've,
Every man for himself.
and I've done this before too. So like you're sitting there waiting to get onto the circle, and you've always got somebody on the circle that kind of like stops to let you in. So their intentions are nice, I guess, to let you in. But I'm like, dude, if you're in the circle,
You have the
that's
right
you.
of
You got the
way.
right of way,
You
man.
just
It's
go.
just you just yield left, simple, and just keep
My
going.
first traffic circle that I experienced was 35 years ago in Washington, D.C. area. I was
Yeah.
working at the NBC station there in Washington, the TV station. First day at work, the NBC TV station's in Northwest D.C., right across the street from the Japanese embassy. So there's a huge traffic circle there, 3 lanes. I found myself in the innermost lane at rush hour, my first traffic circle in my life. I had to have gone around that interior circle probably 5 times before I finally got the guts to ease over into the middle
Look, kids,
one.
Big Ben. Look, kids,
Then
Big Ben.
I mean, they hadn't come out with the Chevy Chase movies yet at that point, but
Look, kids, Big
they
Ben.
could have been based off of my life at that point. Yeah, I went around quite a few times.
And so they've chosen, I guess, the artwork for 2 of those circles. I'm sure have you seen those the contest they had for the circle art?
Oh, yes. I do remember seeing something about that, and I've totally forgotten about it.
Yeah,
But I,
it's out of country. I think it's China. I believe it was an artist from China,
I thought you
Or
said
some-
Japan
or China. It was an
something. We talked
Asian
about it.
country.
Yeah.
I guess. Which
I can hear the love in your voice.
yeah, okay. So
that's the
this
point.
is going to be an episode right now. There's just going to be a lot of hatred my way.
A little salty going
Hey,
on.
I'm a
right?
little
As you
salty
said,
today.
a little
Send
salty
all your
today.
comments to
I'm a-
Mark Klecka via this podcast.
Yeah.
At this address.
And we
Yeah,
can
no,
talk
no.
about the building we're
No,
looking
man,
at
just
as well.
pick a Sarasota artist. I'm just going to go ahead and go right out there and say it. There's so much talent here. Why would really one need to go overseas for some art?
You introduced me to the gentleman who did the mural on, what's the tiki bar name?
Andrew. Andrew.
Yeah, what's the name of the tiki bar?
O'Leary's?
O'Leary's?
O'Leary's, thank you very much. And his art, I interviewed him for the story about the outdoor art. And that's an amazing piece of art in itself.
And that came about in a really great way, too, because when we first got there, he was on his way to Ruskin. Like, he was driving to Ruskin, and I'm like, Mr. Modric is going to be here. Modric, I'm sorry.
Modric.
Mr.
It's
Modric
right.
is going to be here to do
You'll start
this-
calling him
Yeah,
Klika.
Click, right. Well, I'll
Kleka.
respond to it. I've heard it.
You can call him Kleka.
Click, whatever, whatever you
Yeah,
want.
there's a couple of K's at the end there.
And so the manager of O'Leary's called him, and he turned right around to come back.
Oh, wow.
To go ahead and because he was going to do some work, I guess, that day anyway.
Yeah.
But then just to go and be able to explain about it, and to be able to hopefully maybe be in the backdrop of the story or whatever, and you got an entire piece out of it.
I
That
did.
was great.
And one of the things he mentioned about that mural at O'Leary's, it's kind of an under the sea scape with turtles and everything. My wife absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he does a clear coat to finalize it. And then that clear coat, if somebody tries to do some graffiti or something on it, it will easily come off. He may have to clear coat it again.
Yeah.
But with that, he
If someone
was
tries
able
to tag it.
Yeah, there you
Try
go.
to go, that's what the kids are saying nowadays. He finished the other side of the building. He did another one on the other
I
side.
did not know that.
And I walked upon that one too. Like that was done. Like I just walked over and looked at it. It's nice. It's a compliment to the one he did in the front. But it was
Is it the back side of the turtles? 'Cause it's on the other side
like
of the
coming and going,
Coming and
like
going.
looking at it, and
Right.
then as you're in the rear
That'd be a good idea.
looking. No, it's a different it's a seascape, but it's a different kind of different look. But it's fantastic, and he's doing some more around town too. Like they're popping up, even a couple more in Rosemary, but they're coming up all over the place now. But that ended up being a good show unto itself. So
Yes, that was a fun one.
so of course I'm like thinking of other things, and you'll get future texts from me.
hey,
and,
send them on.
If
If it's a story idea I can use,
and then
I'll
you did one with with Joan, Miss
Joan Love.
that does the fairy doors, and that was incorporated into
And
the fairy door.
There's a fairy door here at Bricks, just off, and then there's one. I still haven't seen it. It's the one in Rise and Nyes, but it's in Rise and Nyes.
And Rise and Eyes
Yeah.
has a great. They have like a not a treasure hunt, but kind of a scavenger hunt
Yeah.
with their fairy doors, and
Right.
you hit upon that too.
Right.
And that you go onto their app, and then each one has like a clue to the next door here downtown. You go to and then you find the doors, and you get so wrapped up in it. You know that Cask and Ale has a new one right by it.
Do they? Out in
They
front,
do.
right?
Oh yeah, I'm a grown
And
ass
they
man.
have
When I
one on
see a
back,
new
too.
ferry door, I just get all excited. Like, I'm like,
Have you ever
and
seen?
Raph didn't
They
even
had
know.
one in the
Like
alley, too,
Raph
where
was
they're-
like, remember Classico? Remember when you interviewed?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's like,
He's a good guy.
yeah, I don't know who does these things. Just appeared one day. I
Right.
went outside and there it was.
The one outside of Classico is
Yeah.
great, and then the Gator Club. There's one in front of there.
Yep.
Yep.
I was just walking around. If you get out to the what's the neighborhood? Owen Burns Court
Burns
area.
Court.
Yep. What?
So there's.
That's all right. We'll grab it. I'll grab
Oh,
it.
that was a fan.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Your fan's working well when the wind
When the
blows
wind-
the fan over.
Oh,
The-
thank you, sir.
I'm in Burns Court there, and there's a lot of art on the sidewalk.
Yes.
People have created, sidewalk comes in blocks and, little chunks.
Yeah.
And so I was just getting some video I do shoot everything I do for the TV station on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And so I'm just using my gimbal and getting some great footage of
Yeah,
that.
which is amazing too, because I expected like this entire like setup and all
Setup, a
this. And he
camera,
comes with
he's
the he comes with the iPhone and his gimbal and all that, and it turned out amazing. But I'm sorry.
I'm getting this video, and when I looked at it back at the TV station, I'm trying to pick a piece of video, and as I realized, I'm seeing all the video that's on the ground, but there was a ferry door right there on the building. So managed to get that into the shot.
Yeah.
Right.
But have you seen the one? There's one. We'll go back to St. Armand Circle,
Yeah.
because that's where I met Joan Love,
Yeah.
who does a lot of these doors.
Uh huh.
There's one in front of the Starbucks in St. Armand Circle, and it's a wooden door, and it's on a tree. And she had told me at the time that kids will see that, little kids in particular, because you got to love little kids.
Right.
Their sense of wonder and curiosity. And so they're seeing the door. They'll try it. They don't open because once you attach them, they've got to be attached.
Yeah.
But they go around the backside of the tree. It's a live tree. It's a living tree.
Yeah.
And they go around to the backside to see if there's any other part of the
No
house
kidding.
Uh-huh.
that you can see. Are there
That's
any
awesome.
windows?
Yeah.
So she came by, two weeks ago or so, sat down with us. So we were talking a little bit about the doors and came up with some ideas about, because she goes by and she'll repair the doors.
Right.
Like, so if something happens or, unfortunately somebody,
Messes with it.
messes with it or something. So we're going to come up with like little construction tape. So we're thinking about a little construction tape to go around it, when something's under construction or like little,
yeah.
like different things. She's like, yeah, man, I think I'll do that.
Under construction.
Just put like little yellow tape,
Little yellow tape
around
around it.
something. But no, I think it's and then there's also somebody else that does a few of them that we really don't know who they are.
Right. There's
know,
another
know
person in
somebody else.
Sarasota.
I'm
And then
still trying to find that.
if
who
you
that
go
is.
up into, can I talk about Bradenton on your
Sure.
Sarasota
Sure.
podcast?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely,
I didn't
yeah.
know if that was
We
a
like
stoning
Bradenton.
offense.
We like
Yeah.
Bradenton. We love
All right.
Sarasota. We like Bradenton.
Okay. In
And that was Mr.
Bradenton.
Modric. Okay, so moving on.
Modric,
To,
Channel 7.
thank you, sure, for coming on the show.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. It's
No,
everything.
the Bradenton art community is huge up there as well, and there's a whole bunch of ferry door activity up there in the Village of the Arts. And so you walk around there, you'll see that.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And I had never heard of ferry doors before I moved here.
Yeah, yeah, and it seemed like too when you were with the article or when the story came out, and your co-hosts, I guess, weren't aware either when they first and they saw the segment and was like, oh yeah, I just noticed one just the other day.
And it's weird because my wife, she loves to come into Sarasota for dinner. Like if I'm working working late for me now has become, past 4 o'clock in the afternoon because I get up really, really
Yeah,
early
yeah,
for
yeah.
the morning news. But if we happen to be coming to Sarasota for whatever reason, she loves to come out and eat because we don't get here very much together. So we've walked down Main Street and all these places, and she usually notices so much detail that I never see. I have man brain. It's in one eye, it's out the other ear. She notices stuff, but she had never noticed the ferry door. So you're walking by the Gator Club,
Yep.
Classico.
Yep.
Here, we've been to Bricks a number of times before I ever found out there was a ferry door here.
Right.
How do you not see this stuff? Well, you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
You-
guilty.
You have to kind of know to
I
look
don't-
for it, but
yep.
then all of a sudden
If you're
now
out looking-
sensory, you're looking
Right.
out for it.
Exactly.
And that kind of segues into the bikes. So like all the art bikes.
Oh,
So-
the art
that was-
bikes.
So
Yeah.
apparently, the gentleman that does that, the doc who does the art bike, so he's left for the past 8 months or so. Well, apparently, I heard it through the grapevine. He's coming back for a month or two to recondition the bikes,
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
and then go back to Arizona. So
He-
I guess so.
he
but
had
he was
a-
quite a character.
Oh,
that
he
guy.
is. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
able to interview him for a story.
Oh, were you?
I was looking for him for over 2 years.
I was on the hunt for him too, and I was driving down Pineapple, and he was in his little minivan, and he had a couple decorative bikes in the back, and I'm like, "Is that the
That must be
doc?
the
Is
guy."
that the doc?" You know, so I
Yeah.
stopped and just took out my camera, just stopped and did like a little interview with him and posted it. But he's a very interesting guy.
He's a very interesting guy.
He talks.
He is rocking Portland, Oregon. That's where he moved to. He had has
okay.
family there, and so he started doing the same thing there in Portland. I did see his post, and I did communicate with him a little bit. He's finding a little more vandalism in Portland than
In
he
Sarasota, I'd say.
yeah. So that's been a bit of a challenge, but he's
Yeah.
putting up a lot of the peace thing. Peace is his thing. Peace, love, and not violence. That's how his whole brain works. And so he's given Portland what they need right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
that's good.
Well, apparently he's back in town now, from what I understand, for a little while to go and recondition some stuff. So
think-
hopefully we start, and we really don't see too much vandalism on him. I mean,
No, not
there's a
really.
couple. I think
Not
there's one by
really.
the post office. It's got the little bit of a tire, kind of like a little bit. But I think people here respect it. They respect the bike as art, as it's a very artsy town. You know, Sarasota is, and
Do you know the location of the one indoor bike of his? You
right.
should
Oh,
from
okay.
the story.
okay, all right. So
Oh,
on
shame
the spot, on
you.
the spot,
Oh.
on the spot.
I'll have to text you. You can Google discovering the Suncoast, art bikes of the Suncoast, and you'll find the story. But you don't have time for
downtown.
that. It is downtown.
Downtown.
Yes.
Can you
Third.
give one clue and?
The bike is yellow, but the business has the name Blue in it.
That sounds like it.
Not right over here, is it? Blue Mercury is the only place I
No.
think of blue.
There's an
Blue-
office equipment place called Blue Line.
Blue Line. Oh,
Yeah.
it's hanging in the
Oh,
window.
yeah.
It's
Blue
hanging
Line.
in the window.
There it is. It's
He-
right by Art Ovation, right next
He,
to it.
he
Why did
bought his art supplies there, his
Yeah.
pencils and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so he made them a pencil bike. It's the yellow pencil bike.
Yep.
And so that's pristine because it's inside, it's protected
Right.
from the elements, it's protected from the salt air. And it's really cool. But there are pencils as a part of it. When I say pencils, I don't mean little pencils
Oh,
like
no,
you would
it's-
use.
yeah.
I'm talking mega pencils that the Jolly Green Giant would use.
Right.
He spent some time on that one. Most definitely.
I think my daughter locked her bike outside the train station in Chicago. Hour and a half later, it was gone.
Yeah,
So I don't think he wants to go down there with his painted bikes.
Probably not.
No. But I think one of the coolest ones probably is the one right there in 5 Points. That one for Peace. You were talking about
Oh,
Peace.
yes.
There's that long one with the
Oh,
bells on it.
yes,
and
yes.
the one that's right there on the
That's
corner.
the one I featured in the story. That's
Yeah.
where we started out because I was
Yeah, I
ringing
think
the
that's
bells.
one of his
and
be-
you know what happens every time you ring a bell?
Angel gets his
An
wings.
angel gets
That's
their
right.
wings.
Oh. So, okay. Angel gets their wings.
Clearance.
All right.
Yes,
This should start go ringing that bell.
that's right. It's a wonderful life.
Look
Jimmy
at me!
Stewart.
Look at me! I'm giving out wings. Ching,
Uh-huh.
ching, ching. Yeah.
Exactly.
So can you give us a hint about maybe what's coming up on some of your future
Discovering the
segments?
Suncoast?
Discovering Suncoast, because I love that show, and I know a lot of people actually to tune into, especially to watch it, and always kind of waiting for the next episode. So
I'm doing one. I
What's-
just started working on this one, so started doing some of the research. And from the moment I got here, I was a little confused about the Lido Beach Casino. Confused about that name. I understand Lido Beach. I understand that, but I'm envisioning, slot machines, poker, blackjack, because it's a Lido Beach Casino. But there was never any gaming there. I'm just going to leave it as that for a little bit of a tease. So working on that one coming up. Having man brain, I compartmentalize these things. I have stuff that I've done interviews on, and I put it away until I have to go back to it. So for the life of me, I cannot remember some of the ones that that I'm working on. The one that
Yeah.
played this week, the one that played this morning, was about the cabbage palms of the Suncoast. There's a man here, his name's John O'Miller. He self-described himself as one of the top 5 experts on cabbage palms. And he wrote a book called the Palmetto Book, which the cabbage palm is another name for
Yeah,
palmetto.
right.
The Palmetto Book, The Histories and Mysteries of the Cabbage Palm. And I'm like, how in the world are there mysteries about the cabbage palm?
I don't know. I've been wondering a lot. I have a lot of questions about the cabbage palm.
You've been thinking.
And sometimes I just wake up and
Middle of the
just
night.
can't sleep.
One
So
of the things he said here is, I mean,
How
you guys,
interesting can it?
oh,
not
you
not
know,
to
it was-
insult people who love cabbage bombs, but
It's
you know,
probably for sale on Amazon, so you might want to get on
yeah.
that.
Actually, it
Everything-
is. It is for
everything's
sale, and
on
you
I
can
did buy a
Google
book on
it
Amazon yesterday.
and find it. But there's 3 right behind us here. He said he believes that there are more cabbage palms in downtown Sarasota than any other tree species because these things grow anywhere.
Yeah.
If you don't chop them down once they start growing or continue to mow them down, you're going to end up with a cabbage palm forest. And the bonus feature today, I found this fascinating. The bonus feature today, he told me that the name Palmer, the last name Palmer, came from the time of the Crusades. Because if you were going on the Crusades from, say, England or Italy or France, and you were going to go to the Middle East there, go to Jerusalem, you had to bring something back that proved you had been to the Crusades. So you couldn't just get a doctor's note that said, yes, well, Sir Mark, he
here's a
was
note
on the
from my
Crusades
mom.
with us. Yeah, it's a note from your mom. You had to bring something back, and so people would bring back a palm frond
Yeah.
to prove that they had actually
That-
been there, and then they were called
Palmers.
Palmers because they brought that back, and that's where the last name Palmer came from. And where this was in particular a wow to me is one of our most famous people who
yeah.
revolutionized this area was Bertha Honore Palmer and her sons, Potter Palmer, and I can't remember the other one's first name off the top of my head, but we have boulevards in their name. We have
Subdivisions.
Exactly.
Palmer
Yeah.
Ranch.
Yes.
We got, yeah.
And so that was a real wow for me. That name came from the time of the Crusades.
That is interesting to follow back where things and especially the history of Sarasota too. Like when you're touching upon Bertha Palmer, and then Gillespie, the first mayor of Sarasota, and how golf came to. I mean, there's so many. There really is a lot of history if you go back here in Sarasota. Like
Guess who? Okay, you talked about Gillespie. That was Gillespie Jr., who was sent out here to fix the problem of Sarasota not being here when the first Scottish settlers came here. So the brains of the operation initially were his dad, Gillespie Sr., and a very important person in the England area. Care to take a guess who that might be? So it's John Gillespie Sr., and a very important figure in England at that time. I can see the blank stares. The Archbishop of Canterbury. He was an investor.
Never guess that one. I would never
Okay.
guess that one.
When Rob Bendis, who is retired now, but he was with the Sarasota Historical Resources, he told me that one. I was like, "Whoa, you're telling me that?" We hear about the Archbishop of
Right.
Canterbury from time to time. He coronated the king and does all this stuff with the royalty. But you don't really think about him being a person, and you don't think about him being a person who wants to, pad their retirement fund legitimately. So he had money. He wanted to invest it, and he invested in the Sarasota colony. And initially just about lost his investment until Gillespie Jr. came out here to make it right.
Yep. Yeah.
Amazing facts out here.
Yeah, there's so much going on, and even with when we were doing the St. Armand story too, with like in the bridge, the Ringling Bridge, not originally having been right there, the Sarasota Bridge, it came off of Golden Gate Point back in the day. 41 was around, Tamiami, whatever 41 went into Golden Gate, and it went from the tip of there on over to Bird Key, into Bird Key. So I mean, just you see old pictures are fascinating. Like you look at the
exactly.
old and see like how things were set up.
So
much.
care to make a stab at the
Okay,
previous
we're
names
really
of
being put on the spot here.
of-
but this I like this.
I'm
This is
new
like
here,
this.
right?
US
I'm-
41
I should
I've
know
been here a
this.
year.
Tamiami Trail.
Yeah.
It had 2 names prior to that. You'll get a bonus point for either of the names before it was called Tamiami Trail.
And I saw this in one of your previous episodes. So I was
Yes.
looking back, and it went all the way down to Miami, or it went all the way down. Oh.
But its name in Sarasota. Well, the name in the 20s got changed to Broadway
Okay.
because
That
its
I did not
original name didn't have, as Jeff LaHerd, who's a historian, he put it this way to me. The original name didn't have the cachet that Sarasota wanted to be. Sarasota wanted to be known as the ritzy upscale town that it is, and it has become. So the original name wasn't going to cut it. They changed it to Broadway. Then that eventually got changed to Tamiami Trail. But the initial name for that road on the plat that started by the Florida Mortgage Company was Banana Avenue.
Banana Avenue. I'd
Makes-
never heard that.
Perfect sense. Now we have everything
Yes.
else around here.
Banana Avenue.
Well,
There
and
still
look,
is.
it
And
works
they have
right
lime
into
and
Pine
pineapple
Avenue
and
and
orange
pineapple
and
and
all that.
lime.
We
and
had a
lemon and-
Mango. We had a
Yep.
Mango Avenue. That's now Central.
Okay.
I drove here on Mango. And there still is a Banana Court. It's not far from here. It's, I don't know, close to Ringling below. It's
Yeah.
a really tiny,
Yeah, I've
tiny
seen it.
seat.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Really tiny street, Banana Court. But yeah, that's not the same Banana Avenue that we
You know what I
have.
thought was interesting? Who told us? And I forgot. Was it the mayor or whoever told us that Boulevard of the Arts was supposed to be Fruitville? Back in the day,
Oh.
that was supposed to be the main road.
Interesting.
That went all the way through. And at some point, they just was like, "Nah, this ain't gonna work." And so then they did Fruitville, and they just cut Boulevard of the Arts right off right there. But supposedly that was supposed to be the main road.
Interesting.
Back like 60s, 50s, 60s or something. So I'm not forgot who told us that. Or it was Dirk, I think maybe a couple weeks ago. Because Dirk forgot more about real estate in this area that I've known.
Right, yeah.
You know, so but no, that I had no idea about that.
Banana
But,
Avenue.
Banana Avenue.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, see it's so much history here. It's part of why we love it here.
Exactly.
You know, and I know quite a bit about it, but I'm learning every day. And today is just I've been schooled today, gladly schooled on a lot of info.
You
just
can
now.
Google
this
Discovering
guy,
the
right?
Suncoast.
No.
I've probably got somewhere around 70 to 80 episodes now because I've been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right?
And so there are many, many episodes of that. And you can go all the way back. Do you know why we have? This is the very first episode.
I love this. You need to come on like once a month.
Why?
Okay, what?
Yeah, I was going
are-
to say, for me, this is awesome.
Right, I'm learning
'Cause
so much.
I'm
Let me
newer. I'm
rework-
newer here, so this is awesome for me.
How long you been here?
10 months.
Oh, you are
In
newer
Sarasota,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
I've
got
been here
another
for 30
10
years.
months.
I should know this
Yeah,
stuff.
I was going to say,
What's my
I'll be
excuse?
on Google.
What's my excuse?
Looking up 80 episodes.
Yeah, there you go. So, what color are the fire hydrants here?
I was going to say blue.
Yellow?
Yellow, blue. No, light blue.
They're not red.
They're not red.
They're not
They're
red.
red.
Yes. A lot of people who come from the Midwest expect red.
For some reason, I'm
I'm
thinking
going to throw
light blue.
Yeah, I'm going
but-
to throw a yellow, but I think I'm wrong. But
If they're owned by Sarasota,
Yeah.
the city of Sarasota, they are sort of a lime green for
Okay.
the base.
got it.
But then there are different hat colors.
Okay.
The hat colors relate to the gallons per minute that come out of the fire hydrant. So a blue one is the maximum. I'm doing this by memory. I think that's 1,500 gallons per minute flow. So that's the most. All the way down to if you found one that had a red hat, that's 500 gallons per minute. So that's the least.
Yeah.
There's purple ones. Purple ones just mean it's reclaimed water. You can't drink it. Not that I really want to drink water coming out of a fire
Yeah,
hose
yeah.
to begin with. If you go to Bradenton and go into the city of Bradenton, they are silver as far as the base goes. And then we follow the convention on the hats.
Yeah.
Then there are yellow ones.
Ha.
And those are unincorporated areas. Where I
Yeah.
live, I have yellow ones. I'm in an unincorporated area that is technically Bradenton.
Right.
So that's where the mail comes to. But
Right.
we have yellow ones. So those are the distinctions there. That was the very, very first one. And I came down here to the farmer's market to just ask some people at the farmer's market. And I interviewed these two ladies. They had masks on at the time because it was COVID.
Yeah.
But I asked this one gal, I said, why are the fire hydrants all different colors? And her answer was, to make it fun. And I love that
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
To make it fun.
It's Sarasota.
Well, it's
our
Sarasota.
city.
That's what
Yes,
you think, right? It's artsy.
exactly.
You know, some little kid walked by and they said, "What color do you want this one to be?" The kid said, "Oh, make it green on the top." There you go.
And green
Yeah.
is,
and then
if I
some
remember
fireman would
correctly,
be over there and be like, okay, good, this
We
one's
don't
a
know
high
how much
pressure
this
one.
one is.
This one's a high pressure one. We're good. And it turns out to be just
Yeah, no.
but that's good information for the firefighters, of course.
Right.
They're going to
Absolutely.
know what the flow
Yeah,
is
yeah,
per
yeah.
minute.
Yeah. Well, you
So-
mentioned, okay, so that you came down, interviewed this lady about the fire hydrant. Do you come down here quite a bit and just kind of like wander around? Because I would imagine there's a
I-
lot of stories out there. Like you just, it'd be a lot of fun.
I
lot of good
have
content.
done that. I've done that for. I did one on the Ringling Bridge
Yeah.
about what the colors were. It's interesting to ask people who are not near the bridge during daytime, what color are the lights of the Ringling Bridge? And they get this look on their face. And this one guy said to me, young guy, he said, I think they're white. And I said, why do you think they're white? He said, I don't know. I like white. And I said, if you got to make the choice, what color would you make them?
White.
He goes, white.
White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted white lights. They're blue. Originally, they went through the whole spectrum of colors, alternating.
Yeah.
But the people who live at Golden Gate Point in those condos, they couldn't stand it. It was burning their retinas in their eyes
Yeah.
because of the change. So finally, they worked with some stage people, stage designers that work with lighting, worked with the city, worked with the DOT, and came up with the blue coloring that we have now. It's actually two different blues that it changes to. And yeah, blue is supposed to be very soothing.
Calmer on the eyes
Yes.
and not as intrusive.
You and I are wearing a blue.
Yeah.
Scott, you're wearing black, I think.
So you
Charcoal.
Charcoal.
So
yes.
we were very
I'm, doing
calming
a
to the
little bit-
people. You make
Yes.
people nervous with your shirt.
I'm doing
Yeah.
the supporting Rise and Eyes.
Yeah, there
How
you
we
go.
always sport
Our favorite
Rise
place.
and Eyes. Yep.
One of our very favorite places.
Oh, please sit. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
I gotta be home or I'm gonna get in trouble.
No, it's
Hey,
okay.
well, we're-
Hey,
12 o'clock.
Thank.
What's your name?
Mike Modrick with ABC.
Mike Modrick. He's with ABC7.
Love and I do art myself.
Ah, good.
Awesome. Modric.
Hmm?
Yes. Thank you for stopping. No.
Oh, thank you for hanging out.
You know what?
Very interesting.
Good.
Oh,
Next week we'll be in front of Gator Club.
In front of
Gator
Ga-
Club.
Gator Club next
right
week.
Up,
Next
yeah,
Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This has been
We're having
very
fun.
informative. With
Very informative. Yeah,
Oh, I know that.
Oh, we
That's-
are. Trust me.
Just
why-
you're not
This
going
is
to be
great.
able to remember my name, so just Google
Channel
Discovering the
7.
Suncoast.
Discovering the
Okay,
Suncoast.
and you will find.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, have a great day. No, this.
He just
Thank
spent
you so
30
much for
minutes
coming
on
on here
camera.
because
bet.
This is
because
awesome.
doing the show, and all this information and stuff. Like I said, we know quite a bit, but that's what you do. Like you discover you dig for all the facts, and I've learned so much just right here, just now doing this.
Well,
No,
and
this
you
is
have
great for me, yeah.
you have inspired me.
Oh,
because I think I'm going to try to hit up management with the idea of me doing a podcast. This is my first podcast
You know what?
experience.
I've heard, and I throw. Hey, speak of the devil. I can't see my eyes are terrible.
I've never met her, but I'm gonna
That's
go with
John.
that.
I should have my glasses on,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to say it out in front too loud.
So-
I will when she comes back out.
Um,
But there's a couple guys that have been doing podcasts, and I think it's on the street of Sarasota for a while now. And they're pretty interesting. They've got guests that come on, they talk to people and stuff. I wonder if that's a show. Like, I don't know if that's a show that could be done possibly,
might
or
be.
I don't know, just because no one else is doing it, and it's really truly about the people that's downtown. Like young, lovely ladies like this.
bringing you chips.
Like my granddaughter right there.
Bring in you
And my
chips.
wife. Thank you. Thank you, Haven. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Would you like a Bloody Mary? No, I'm talking to Haven. Look at this
Haven,
thing.
she's on.
It's a rib.
It's
You
a
want
rib.
it?
You want the food off the top of it?
Want it?
All right.
Okay. All right.
That
No,
was,
that's an actual big
Courtesy
rib.
of Megan over
That's
at
Megan over
Bricks.
at Bricks.
rib?
Phenomenal food. Oh yeah.
Rib,
Rib,
on
some
that and-
Bloody Mary. That is
yeah,
pretty
rib.
phenomenal.
You've got some pickled veggies on there, some cauliflower.
Oh, you got a little bit of everything. What don't you
Okay.
have on there?
I'm going
So
to
thank
ask.
you.
I'm going to
Oh.
ask the question,
Sure,
Scott.
right. Go
Can I
ahead.
have your olive?
Sure. You can have
You
that
can,
olive
yeah,
too.
you can
Take
hydrate.
Well,
Okay.
it's been great for me to be
Yes,
here, and Joan,
thank
it was
you.
lovely to see you. But I
Yeah.
actually have to go back to work for a little bit.
All right.
Work on that next episode of Discovering the Suncoast.
All right, hey, man. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
taking
for
the
being
time.
here.
And
Nice
I know
meeting
you.
You actually here a little bit later than
Mike
you.
Modrick.
Mike Modrick.
Channel
Thank you
7.
so much for
Awesome.
showing up.
You're very welcome,
And if
sir.
you need any information on that podcast, I heard that's on the street and they do it. I'm not quite sure when they do it, but I can
Sarasota
find
Street
out.
Talk or
I
something?
think it's called like
Yeah.
Sarasota Street Talk or
Two
some-
goofy guys who
They just have guests on that
sweating and
that do things for the
having
neighborhood.
fun and-
They
That's-
just had a gentleman
we
on,
like-
Mike Modrick.
we like
We just had
talking
him
to-
on, and Joan Love was on. I
We
think.
like talking
see.
to famous people like
Famous
you
people-
guys, in
people that
addition
make
to
Saras-
people just
It
walking
just,
up.
it
you
just,
know?
I just figured out that they're talking about them.
No.
I just figured that. I thought you were
No,
talking
no, no,
about
no,
some
no, no,
other
no, no,
group
no.
that's
No,
also
I knew
doing
it the
a
way he
podcast.
mentioned, as soon as he
No.
mentioned it.
So,
yeah,
see, if there was another group, another person doing a podcast, that would make for a very balanced news story about.
What we do is we do a podcast of you doing a podcast.
Exactly.
And we do. Yeah,
This
we'll
is a
interview
show about
you, interview
nothing.
us.
Yeah,
It's a
that's-
show about
but it
nothing.
always turns into something.
Interesting.
Which, yeah, and that's a good
Right?
point. In all seriousness, it really is kind of a lighthearted, like get to know people in Sarasota. But it always, people will sit in the chair, and you will all of a sudden discover something that you didn't even know that person was the person, the story they had. Like he was, the president of Sony or something at one point, or he's now retired, or it's like a big story. And it's just amazing the people you meet here.
we to call that discovering the Suncoast.
Right? There you go.
Bam! Ba-da.
One last plug.
There.
Okay.
Discovering the Suncoast.
There's air conditioning calling
All
my
right.
name.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you
Have
so
a
much
great
for coming
weekend,
out again.
the rest of your
Thanks. Thank you,
weekend.
Mike.
That was awesome.
And please expect other weird requests of shows from me.
Yeah.
I always ask him too. I'm like, hey, we're going out to this, we're going out there, we're going. He's like, Mark, I get up at like 2. Like I can't go
Right.
to Artivation. I can't hang with you yahoos.
And this is my first time meeting
Take
you,
care.
Joan. So nice to meet
Oh,
you.
I'm sorry. I thought you guys
I'm
had met.
Stat, whatever. No, never met her before.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go
Oh.
ahead and flip this camera
Oh
now
yeah, I
because we
think
have Joan.
2 weeks ago when I was gone, Mark had his boss on, Matt, and they were probably over there. Yeah, I heard you stop by. Yeah, I was in Chicago.
All right, so
yeah.
now we actually have the
Yeah,
camera
we've
on
got-
you.
and I'm
Okay.
going to change
So
the
we
sign.
actually-
I'm going to change the sign for Paul.
Yeah, you know
'Cause
what?
He's here. I just,
Yeah, but
Whenever
we're not.
we're
And
ready,
we're going to
let's
interview
talk to
Joan,
Joan
because I don't think we have
next time
Joan
we
on video. So now we have video episodes now. So if you don't mind, we'll do a short snippet about that. So, okay, all right. So again, we're just going to go back. Miss Joan Love here to do the Sarasota, do the ferry doors here in Sarasota. And so, what inspired you to think that initially inspired you to go ahead and do that?
I saw on a TV station a lady that was.
And actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's go and do this.
Excellent. All right, a little up. How we
Yep,
do? Okay,
there we go.
perfect. I was watching a TV show on Sunday morning, and they had a woman that was creating tiny doors throughout Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was watching it, I thought Sarasota is so artsy and creative and colorful. I decided Sarasota needed tiny doors. So the first couple I just snuck up there very cautiously thinking, uh-oh, what will they do to me?
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I realized so many people were enjoying them and making comments, and it was all positive.
And it was no one knew you were doing them, right? At this
Correct.
point, so you would kind
No.
of stand back, maybe, and watch the reactions and all that. And
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So yeah, I was
and so that got
pleasantly
addicting.
pleased
Right?
that so many people, especially the kids that would come up and knock on the door or look behind the door to see what was going on. And then I noticed that adults were enjoying it just as much.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm decorating the doors for holidays, I'll have lots of adults that come up and ask, "Are you the one?"
Uh-huh.
So it's just been nothing but positivity. So
And it's not just the doors too. She does obviously, and you know this, the ABC of Sarasota. So it's
Yes,
the
yeah,
book at
book,
Rise
the
and
book.
Nice.
That's right. That's right.
And as far as I know, they're still selling pretty well
I think so.
over there.
Yes,
So
I'm very pleased.
The other week, I think we just mentioned, Joan was able to sit down when Matt, my broker, was here,
Yeah.
and we came up with a couple ideas, and we were just kind of spitballing. Okay.
Oh,
And one of
yes.
which is when you do repairs to doors,
Yeah.
that you might want to put up that little cautionary tape. around the door, you know,
Right.
because it's under construction, little cones, little mini fairy
I
cones
love
or
the
something.
idea. Yes.
But you should probably glue the cones down because.
Sometimes
somebody
they
may take 'em,
disappear. Yeah, they
you know?
disappear. But that's
And then we were
okay.
thinking about.
Well, I was thinking about when she said she was going to have diamonds, police yellow tape around it so nobody will cross and steal the diamonds.
There you
Right.
go.
Right?
Or
So
put a
just
little
make sure you do
sign
that.
saying under video surveillance.
Yes.
Yes.
Or something like that,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
you know, or have a little police officer. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. We could take
It
this
would.
to different levels. We could have like little cops on the side
Sure.
watching the door.
Or those armored trucks where they,
Or like-
yeah, for the banks.
Or the
like that.
podcast out in front of one of the doors.
So Matt
A
and
little
I,
table and two goofs.
Matt and I were spouting out ideas, just having fun. For some reason, thinking that just because we spoke them, she was going to go and do them. So we were like, hey, how about a numbers book? How about you do the numbers of Sarasota? And be like, 1. And there would be like, what, 1 unconditional surrender statue.
Possibly.
2.
Yes.
2 manatees.
Yeah.
3. You know, whatever.
However,
You know,
all
so-
those, yes, I did learn that doing the ABCs of Sarasota took me almost a year to do all the
Yeah.
paintings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that'd be to
So
do
it's-
to do the illustrations of that?
Yes. Yeah. So, but 1 through 10 might be a little easier.
Yeah, I was thinking more through 100, maybe,
Oh.
but you might have to come up with sequels.
Yeah.
That's
Like do
right.
1 through
1 to
10,
10.
10 through 20.
There you go.
There we go. There's 10 different books right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Keep them guessing.
So what else have you got underway? What other projects? So because you're an art in general, and you're an artist, so
Yes.
your outlet is the Fairy Doors. You got some books. Do you
I
have
do.
artwork for sale? Do you have
Oh,
artwork?
I don't sell
Do you
any of my
commission
artwork.
anything, do you?
No, I don't. Well, actually, I have been commissioned. The Unconditional Surrender, a doctor commissioned me to paint one for him.
Really?
Yes, but it sits in Ohio. But he
Okay.
just really, really liked my painting. So,
Yeah.
but most of the time I paint for fun, you know.
Right.
And my husband's wondering if we're going to need to buy a bigger house just because the walls are getting busy.
I'm gonna say yes, and you're gonna have to find a realtor to help you.
There you go.
And I'll
There you
I'll
go.
ask around.
All
I'll
right.
ask around.
Sounds good.
I'll ask around.
Sounds good.
No, but I'd actually like. I'd love to have a. Can I commission a picture?
Of course.
All right. So how would I do? Just give you a concept of what it was to be and.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Because
And
we got a big blank wall,
there you go.
and we need some color on that
All right.
wall. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right,
Yeah,
you have to come over to my
consult-
house
consult
and
with
you'll see
Teresa.
most of my paintings
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
So
No,
you
in all
kinda know my
seriousness,
style.
There
Can we
might
do-
be something right.
Yeah.
Can we do something like that?
Yeah, unless you
Teresa-
want an ABC picture. Unless you want the manatee picture.
No, I think I'd write a custom Joan Love piece of work.
There you go.
You know, and Teresa's wandering around. My wife Teresa's wandering around here somewhere.
Oh, is she here in
Yeah,
town?
yeah. She just got back. Well, she got
Nice.
back 2 weeks ago, and then she got a new job that took her to Tallahassee for a week for some training. So she got
Right.
back and was here for 2 days, and then she had to go training. So the joke is, is your wife back? Yeah, she left me, like back then. She's like, oh well, it's 2 days longer than I thought, Mark.
Yeah.
That she'd stay.
Yeah.
But no, she's back now, and she's
Good.
working for the state of Florida.
Wow.
And she's
nice.
really happy where she landed with her job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So she's,
Good
she's
for her.
very happy about that.
Yeah.
And she has her granddaughter here, and they're wandering around the market somewhere.
Excellent.
So,
And her granddaughter knows the ABCs?
well, we bought a book.
Did
yeah,
you?
we gave her a
Excellent.
book.
Excellent. I
So
should sign it.
yeah, the answer's yes. She
All
does,
right.
thanks to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
No, I'll actually when we get it, and next time I see you, if you wouldn't mind doing that,
Of course, I would love
That'd
to
be
sign
great.
it.
That'd be
Yeah.
fantastic.
And I'd love to meet her.
she. Okay, you know what? Let me find out where she's.
Right. And you better make sure that she has input on that painting.
That's the first. Oh, really?
That might make sense. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
she always
you know.
likes to be.
Yeah. Mark likes to just go do stuff, and then she's like, "Yeah, Mark, why didn't you ask me about that?" So, anyways,
Okay. Well, yes.
may not
I
be
get to
answering.
meet her, and we'll have a group conversation
Yeah.
about the painting.
Oh, she's mimosa.
Oh, is
She's
she?
mimosaing probably right now.
Okay.
So I'm trying to.
all right,
She's
I'm gonna
it's going right to voicemail.
and I'm gonna go grab the next guest.
Okay.
and
Oh, is he
Excellent.
here?
Have him start setting up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You don't have to go.
No.
don't-
We'll keep on
don't-
talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have muffins waiting for me.
Oh, if you have to
I
go, I'm sorry.
do,
Yeah,
I
please.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, hey, thank you so much for
Same.
stopping.
I'm glad
And
I
you
found
know,
better.
anytime.
Now I know the person behind the.
There you go. That's
Yep,
right.
You got the face. Yeah, so anytime, stop.
All right.
So,
And you have my number. Let me know when you
I
want to
do,
come
I
over.
do. And I seriously want to
see
go
some-
and do that.
All right.
So we get
That would
something
be
nice.
fun.
Cool.
All
Thank you so
right.
much.
You're very, very welcome.
God, always excited when you come by. Thank you.
Of course.
Would you want a Bloody Mary? Would you like a Bloody Mary?
Oh, no thank you.
Okay.
I'm going for the pistachio muffins.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds awesome.
He's going to be on for the next 40 minutes here, as long as he can stay.
Enjoy.
And he looks like he brought his talents with him, so that's cool. Very nice to meet you. Pleasure.
Okay. And I bought a little portable amp, nice and quiet. And just let me know where you want me to set it up.
He's the tech guy right there.
Okay.
We weren't drowning out that young gal, were we?
No,
It wasn't too bad over there?
no,
Okay, good.
no. She has a beautiful voice.
She's very good. And actually, I think she ends at 12, and I'm going to talk to her about being on next week at 12.
Yeah, and what
When
we're
she
going to
gets
hear
down
is
here,
about,
she'll come meet us.
what she's going to do. She's going to come here and tell us how loud we were, and
No,
how we just ruined her day.
Paul said it wasn't bad. He was over there talking to her.
Oh, okay. So I was hoping we turned that a bit so it wouldn't
Oh, yeah,
try not to
no,
bother.
we could hear her pretty well.
Her.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So as we're being set up here, I'm excited.
Do you
We got
have
a
an
little.
outlet?
Actually, yes. You know what? Yeah, no, it works that TV, it works a computer and all that other stuff, so it should be able to draw that. It'll be fine. Wow, I'm getting excited.
Me too.
We're watching guitars being brought out. We're watching amps being set up.
We'll talk to Paul a little bit, get to know him.
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah,
can
I'm
show us his talents.
I'm excited.
If that's okay with
All
you,
right.
Paul.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got
So, Scott, you
Paul?
want to go and bring it on in here?
Yeah,
Want to
so
start it
Paul-
all up?
How do
Yeah,
we
Paul
turn this-
Victor.
How do you turn this on?
is a guitarist.
Is there an on switch?
No, it's already
It
it's
should
on.
be
Already on?
Is it?
Is it not is it not turning on or?
I don't see it. Oh, look at that.
There you go. Yeah, he's the tech guy. I don't know anything. So yeah, this is
we
gonna
go.
be fun. So Paul, can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and
Yeah, Nick could come right up on you.
Okay, yep.
Look, what am I telling? I'm telling a guy who does this for a living how to talk into a mic. What am I doing?
Yeah, hi, Paul Victor.
Hey, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah,
I've
thanks
heard
for
a lot about
inviting me.
you. I've been excited for this day.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me just do a quick test on here.
Okay.
Is that getting picked up?
perfect.
Well, you know what we do? We go ahead. You know what?
I was gonna say, could we play that through that?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome.
All right, great. This is gonna
Oh,
be
that
fun.
sounds. I'm gonna be more excited now.
So tell
All
us
right.
about yourself a little bit
Well, yes.
before we start jamming.
I am from the wonderful, beautiful island of St. Lucia, and born and raised, and then did high school on the also beautiful island of St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Wow. Yeah.
Then
Someplace I wouldn't.
went to Minnesota for university.
All right,
That was fun.
that was different.
That's just about the same thing.
That's a little
man.
different.
It's like no change.
Starts snowing in September and
Like,
ends
you're,
in
you're
May.
pretty much used to that. Yeah.
yeah. And
Pretty
funny
similar
enough, they had
climate
their
to snow.
worst winter in 10 years when I got there.
Really?
Yeah.
So it welcomed me really well.
Yeah.
My-
No, it's kind
my-
of like the first time I went to Chicago. Like, so I was there for a couple of years, and I was raised here, used to this, palm trees, everything. I went to Chicago for 3 years, worst winter in like 100 years. And so it's
Oh,
like,
really?
welcome to Chicago. Like, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know what sump pumps were. I didn't know, the way to scrape your driveway and the proper etiquette. And I was
Yeah,
totally
you were
a
a
newbie.
newbie.
I was a newbie. Yeah.
Well,
And it took me. Chicago beat me up.
and I'm from
that
Chicago,
first year.
so obviously all that stuff doesn't bother me. But then my kid, my youngest, is like, I want to go to the University of Northern Michigan, which is like basically on Lake Superior, the very top of the state.
Oh, wow.
And basically, yeah, 9 months of snow. I'm like, you're out of your mind. So I didn't visit him much, just for the record. So, anyways, go on. So you were in Minnesota for a while.
Yes, Minnesota.
You went to school there.
Went to school there. I've been doing music since I was about 7.
I was going to ask that.
And while there, I got to be studio musician out there and worked with music for Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. They did Janet Jackson albums.
Wow.
Got to do some work in Prince's studio.
I was
while
going to say
there.
Prince.
Did you?
Ask,
Oh,
yeah, yep.
wow.
Prince is a
Okay.
Minnesota guy.
And
Now,
yeah.
Did you do any work with Prince?
No.
Yeah.
No,
but the
just
stu-
in
yeah,
the
the
studio.
that's
You met
the
him.
studio.
Yeah, he
You
came
met
to a show.
Yeah. I haven't done that. No, that's
Yeah.
I've never been to one of his
press
shows.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he showed up, and
Yeah.
I was told he's there. And the guys were like, show him something.
No pressure.
And
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
Yeah, so did that. And yeah, but yeah.
And how long have you
it's
been here in
I
Florida?
have been in Florida for just maybe about 2 years now.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
And what do you think? about
It's different because I moved here from Vancouver.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's of course weather's very
Right.
different,
Right.
but yeah, it
Kind of reminds you though, back Virgin Island type, like at least kind of
a bit,
back to
yes,
that a little bit.
Tropical,
tropical.
tropical,
warmer,
yes.
humid.
You drive down and see palm trees,
Right.
those kinds of things,
Yeah.
right? And the water,
Right.
I'm a water baby, so
Right.
yeah.
You gonna call Sarasota home for a little while? You think?
For a bit, yes.
Okay.
Good.
So yeah, excited about it. It took a little bit, to sort of
It's a bit
grow
of an
on
adjustment.
me, but yeah.
Now, are you downtown? Are you kind of
No,
close to
I
here?
am.
Or you?
I am actually more Bradenton than
Okay.
Sarasota.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's a nice
Yeah,
area as well.
just off the river. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And tell us about your music. Where do you play? Are you solo mostly, or
yes, I'm a solo artist mostly, but I also play with a cover band here in town. We've done 2 shows now.
Oh, okay.
And
So
the
new,
work-
a
yes,
newer cover band.
yeah.
And what's the name of it?
Almost Genius.
Almost genius.
Almost Genius.
And is it original tunes? Is it,
Um,
so you said cover band. I'm sorry.
It's a cover
You said
band,
cover
but we do some of my originals as well.
okay.
And so yeah.
Where
so
could we
it-
hear you?
Yeah, that's
because we're all about going out and listening. to
we
live
get a
music.
group. We go out a lot.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
excellent.
music. I'm a
well,
big
I'll
music
let you guys
fan.
know because we're
So-
working on our next, gig. We just played Island Times a few weeks ago, probably
Okay.
3 weeks ago,
Okay.
and so we're putting it together and refining it.
Okay.
So we put on a really amazing show.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm sure you've got all the contacts pretty much for the people that allow for, or could you use some help with that, or could we use
Absolutely,
suggestions and
beginning
stuff? Because I
yes.
would,
Especially
you've got some places that
Oh,
you
to
we
have
could
them
suggest.
play?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
yeah.
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 Yeah,
We
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
places-
especially venues that
That's what we're
cater
talking
to
about.
original music.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
where
you got
you
places
where you
in
come out
Rosemary
and-
that would do it all. I mean, there's a couple I can think of right off the bat.
I'm
I
making
know
notes.
Cask.
I'm making notes on my
Meg,
notepad.
Megan right here at Bricks. We'll talk Megan, right?
Yeah,
the manager
the
here,
original music,
possibly. Not to
awesome.
put her on the
Yeah.
spot or anything, if she can hear me. Yeah, we could probably
Right.
hook you up. I mean, whether they'll do it or not, but they're very open to about like a dozen
Yeah.
places.
No, I
Right
like
around
the
here.
city, and I'm becoming a fan of it.
Very cool, very cool. So, could you? You're gonna play something, or
Yeah, I'll play a little
Would
something.
that be all right?
Just,
I want to get right
He's
to
dying over here.
Yeah, right.
so I'm gonna just check this level.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Yeah, that was fantastic. That was outstanding.
Just
that
a
was
little bit.
fantastic.
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah,
So-
that needs to be around Sarasota more.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
that.
Yeah,
do, you,
because
do you know Brian Bird by chance?
no,
Okay.
no, I haven't met him yet.
You will, Scott.
Right.
But yeah, my last record I released in March,
Okay.
and it's smooth jazz, a lot
Right.
like this, and it's called Night in Lebanon. So it's available on iTunes and Amazon. In about 30 days, it'll be on Spotify.
Okay.
But there's other music on Spotify. If you just look up Paul Victor.
Right. Oh no,
Yeah.
I obviously I did all that already, but I've listened to some stuff. So yeah.
Yeah,
I've
and,
heard-
and on Instagram, if anyone wants to follow, it's Paul Victor _music.
okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to
cool.
find our little blurb that we posted
Oh,
yesterday
yeah.
about this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
on
texted
here.
Diane that there's a little.
Where is it? Oh, yes. So here it is, right here. So here's our little. There's the post
Oh,
we
yes.
did yesterday.
That was
Awesome.
That was
Yeah,
on
so-
Facebook.
So what's going to happen? So we're going to post this, and yes, Scott, and I know I'm a little bit behind. I'm putting all of this stuff, but we're going to be doing just a week ahead. So by
Okay.
next week, we'll have this one on,
Oh,
and
wonderful.
then I'll work backwards with the older ones after the one that I get, the one that Scott wants on. But then also the clip will just be for yourself.
Okay.
So like something like so you can watch the entire show, or they can just be like just the interview with yourself, just hanging with
Oh,
us.
might as well watch
and
the
whatever
entire
you'd like
thing.
to do with
Yeah.
that, it's totally up to you.
Excellent.
So
And
be
it'll
cool.
be on what YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna be on YouTube, so we
First.
just
Oh,
started the
perfect.
cameras now, so we got that.
That's just
And then on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes for the podcast,
Oh, wonderful.
and yeah, just pretty much those two. Yeah, we used to do a Facebook Live, but that kind of got a little. It's kind of hot here too with the camera, so I'd probably burn up in about 5 minutes.
Yes.
so. So
that's-
where do
we
you
didn't do
play
that.
next? I mean, where do I mean, as a
Uh,
solo?
yeah,
so
I had-
So the cover band, you're just when you're not out doing your own thing, right? That's first
Yes,
and foremost.
when-
I'm
yeah.
guessing.
And well, and that's the thing. I'm an indie artist, and I also work full time. I'm an engineer, software engineer.
Okay.
And so I have to pick where I go play, and
Right.
usually
work,
a
yeah.
short date. Yes, had an upcoming trip, but that got canceled, and that's what happens in the music business.
Okay.
But settling down for the rest of the year. I'm back in the studio. I'm going to actually be releasing another record in September. So
Now,
end of
your
September.
own solo? A
Yes,
solo one for yourself?
Solo,
Okay.
but this one's vocal
Okay.
record.
Okay.
Nice.
And the songs on there are pretty awesome. Yeah, if I may say so myself.
Yeah,
but
wow, yeah.
the folks who've heard
So-
them,
So obviously
love it.
you're singing and
Yes,
and
yes,
you're
I'm singing
doing your
on
own
this one.
gig and
Yes. And actually, on one of the songs, I've got a nephew here in town who's amazing, and he's going to be playing keys on
Okay.
one of them. And so it's going to be really cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I-
So,
So-
I'll give him a little shout out. His name is David Lincoln Hooker.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll be playing.
And it's basically, and I think when I read a little bit about you, it's R&B, jazz.
Yeah, it's a bit
For the
of
most part.
it's cataloged as John Mayer meets Hall & Oates, with the little Steve Vai thrown in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so,
I was just, I used to go see Buddy Guy all the time up in Chicago, so I was here jamming. Little Buddy Guy, which I think he retired. Legends,
yes,
so he owned
unfortunately-
Legends up in Chicago. So I used to go to Buddy Guy's Legends.
Legend, yes.
And he would play the whole month, I think, of February.
Oh wow.
So he wasn't there, performing. It was called Legends, but Buddy Guys. And then the month of February, he would perform. So I got to
Excellent.
see him a couple times.
Oh,
so it's pretty
yeah.
cool, yeah. But I think I read that he's not going to do any shows anymore. But he's going to be up there.
Yeah, well, he's
gotta be
amazing.
90-ish,
He's
but-
amazing. I mean, these artists, they put their heart and soul into that music,
Yeah.
and you feel it. They play with conviction.
Yep.
And that's one of the cool things when you listen to these artists, Buddy Guy, J.J. Cale. You listen to these guys, and there's conviction in what they play. They're not
Right.
playing anything accidentally or just,
Right.
superfluously. They really put, right, B.B. King, he bends one note, and you feel it, right?
Right.
It just comes out
Right.
and touches you, right?
Never saw him. Seen Coco Taylor. I'm trying to think of the blues and the Blues Fest up in Chicago all the time. So
Mhm.
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So who's your inspiration when it comes to your music?
Definitely. Well, Hendrix.
Okay.
For sure. Jimmy. Just. Yeah, you get that Hendrix thing. Definitely, when I heard him, it changed me. I grew up in the Caribbean, and of course,
Right.
back then the music was calypso or reggae, or disco, right?
Right.
What was happening. But I was the oddball, listening to Zeppelin,
Yeah.
T-Rex, Jimi Hendrix. Right.
Right.
And my friends were like, "What is wrong with you?" But that's the music that spoke to me.
Right.
And so Jimmy, definitely. Another artist that my hat goes off to because he passed away last year was Eddie Van Halen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just amazing chops. But on the other side, Larry Carlton, just the way he phrases, you could sit and listen to Larry Carlton all day long.
So how hard is it to play Eruption?
It's not. Not
Okay, can we hear
actually.
some Eruption?
Well, I
A
don't have my
little bit?
whammy bar here, but I could give you
And
just
not
a
to give you
little,
on the
just a
spot or
little
anything.
bit of it. Let me see if I could. Just a little bit.
Wow, that's fantastic. Man, that
Yeah.
kind of hard to follow. Footsteps of Eddie.
Yeah.
And he just did.
Yeah. But, and then of course, the classical musicians, Paganini and Mozart.
Yeah.
That composition is really amazing. So you could take rock music and add a little neoclassical flair to it, sweeping arpeggios, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
It's really cool to be able to pull that off. Yeah, or even
All right, yeah, we definitely need to introduce, and I'm sure you know a lot on your own, but there's a few people that I know a few people Scott knows and myself know that could get you into.
Brian plays the steel guitar.
Oh, beautiful.
And he just got inducted in the Hall of Fame. So his band
Wonderful.
plays over here, block over all the time on Friday, Saturday, but he hasn't been around, I haven't
Well,
seen
he's
him
been
in
out
months.
touring,
'cause
I
he
imagine,
plays,
right, or doing
he
something?
plays the Lee Boys. I don't know if you
Oh,
know who they are.
okay,
He plays
yes.
with the Lee Boys.
All right.
So he's been on cruise ships, but his band plays over here.
Oh, I'd
And that's
love to
where-
come hear
That's
that.
where we need to get that. You guys hooked up.
I'd
with about
love
that.
to. Yeah, it'd be wonderful to get connected with, local musicians and
Yeah.
start jamming together. And
Do you
and-
have a card or any sort of like information or something? Or I mean,
yes.
obviously
I have his number.
you have his information.
But yeah, in my guitar case, I have
Okay.
something.
Because we'll definitely
leave
hand it
with
out to
you.
people and to
Yeah.
Brian.
And you can do
put
it.
you guys in touch.
You guys in various locations. If you want to do it yourself, or if you want to do some stuff with the band, we could
yeah.
talk to Kim and there's a lot. Of
Oh,
few
definitely.
places,
And
not
unfortunately,
that we know
the-
that well. He knows everybody. He's been there his
Not
whole
well,
life.
you-
But I mean,
No, I mean,
but there's a lot of ideas.
Yeah, but yeah, the musical community, is strong, and it's really important to connect with musicians because you learn so much from each other.
Right?
Yeah.
And you influence each other, and that's really cool. I'd like to connect with some of the local guys who've been here, grew up here, understand that they have that vibe,
Brian Bird.
right?
Right.
So you get an understanding of Sarasota and its music culture.
Right. He's speaking
No, it just
right into
reminds me-
Brian Bird, right?
I
yeah.
know, and it just reminds me of the story about Brian. So we had Brian. He was our first guest because we were just winging it, dragging people
we
off the
still do.
street. We still do that.
Yeah.
This is still a big
But I said to Mark,
experiment, man.
we need to, fill some time instead of us talking and begging people to come on. So we got Brian to be the first. He was actually the second guest. Nicole was the first, same
Yep.
day. She was early, and then Mark ate beignet. It was a beignet eating contest on the street here.
Oh,
So we had
cool.
Nicole, and then we had Mark eating beignets.
Yeah, making
and
ass
then we had
myself,
Brian
but it was
on.
fun.
But the
For a
story,
good
my
cause.
story with Brian is that I was over at Cask and Ale, and I hadn't even lived here yet. I was coming in and out of town, and they were playing, and he jammed, B.B. King, something bluesy, and they took a break. And I'm like, "Are you from New Orleans or Chicago?" He goes, "No, I'm born and raised in Sarasota." So I was like, "That's so cool," and we became friends. Now he's friends with everybody.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
And the great
wonderful.
thing about
you
his
guys
band,
are-
apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, but it's pretty much like it's his band, and he has a set amount of people within the band, but people come and go. I mean, it's like almost like a communal.
They they
singers come
rotate
in,
singers.
they rotate people,
Yeah.
and so he's very communal with the people he brings in. You guys would vibe well.
You-
Like I think, and plus the way he handles
Yeah,
the band.
yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that
Awesome.
together.
No,
he plays over at Mandeville.
Well, that's right.
Obviously,
Sundays
he plays.
they
So
play
he's
Mandeville and
yeah.
then
You'll
here,
find a
so
lot
yeah.
from him, far more than from us.
And when he's not around,
You know?
once you get to know them,
Hmm?
he doesn't need to be here. You can be hanging with them as much as you want. I'm not going to speak for Brian Bird, but
Yeah, right,
we'll do the introduction.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
So, yeah,
wonderful.
Yeah. So
Is he here? Is he in town or no?
I don't think so. I saw him on Facebook. He's on a cruise,
Oh,
Caribbean,
that's
Caribbean
terrible. So
somewhere.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Okay.
with the
I'm
Lee
so sorry.
Boys. I think that's his thing. That's what elevated him to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, beautiful.
All I know is I saw a picture of him in Tedeschi trucks.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm like,
yes.
dude, you met Susan and Derek? Because
Oh.
I've seen them a few times. And he's like, yeah, they were at my Hall of Fame induction. I go, I know, I saw the picture.
So
Yeah,
this-
thanks for inviting me. Thanks for
I'm
inviting me.
like, thanks for
I was
the
in-
invite. I did. I gave him a hard time.
I was
go,
in that
thanks for the
area.
invite.
Yeah,
at the time.
that's
I didn't think of you. I'm like,
that's
yeah.
music royalty
So
right
yeah,
there.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of Tedeschi, but I'm a big
Yes.
fan of yours too. So you want to play something else, or what do you want?
Let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
I have my questions, but then I'm just listening.
Yeah, I know.
So this is should be out pretty soon. I sent it out for mastering, so it should be out pretty soon. Listening to the rain coming down. Come on over, baby, sweet, lay it down. I can feel your heartbeat touching mine. I'll take you where my horses are running wild. Here we are in this paradise. Cool winds blowing, baby, isn't this nice? Music rhythms come through the trees. Dance with me, baby, 'cause it takes me to my knees. Listening to the rain coming down. Come on over, baby, and lay down. I can feel your heartbeat touching mine. I'll take you where my horses are running wild. So just a little hint of it.
So is that gonna be on the next album?
It's actually going to be released before the next album.
Next album?
Yeah, so there'll be a
Nice.
single coming out pretty soon, hopefully next month.
And more of the same, like
Yes,
more of that
more
style.
of the same,
and,
yes.
like, that was.
Yeah,
I'm trying to put a style. Like, I know the style. I'm trying to put a name to the style that.
Where
It's just
John
real-
Mayer meets somebody.
Yeah, but John Mayer meets.
I never thought I would like John Mayer until I saw him with Dead and Company, and
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, he's
impressed.
a
I
phenomenal-
saw
yeah,
Dead and
he's an
Company. I
amazing
was
guitar
like,
player
"Man,
and
that guy's
composer."
Yeah, he was very
Are you able to
good.
share another little tidbit with us?
Oh, okay, just another
Hey,
tidbit.
there you
Let's
go.
see.
I never change the sign. I'm so stupid.
That's all right. My mother.
It's raining in the city night, but you're warm and safe with me. Take you on a midnight ride of ecstasy. Our bodies sing in perfect harmony. Can you feel the love tonight? I see it in your eyes. Kisses flowing from your lips. Baby, they're scandalous. We're gonna make the tabloids tonight. Yes. just
Again,
a
another
little
one.
bit. Thank you.
Another one off the album coming
Yes,
up. That's
off
another
the
one.
album. It's called
So
Scandalous.
when's that coming out?
September.
September.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna make us wait on the date,
And I
aren't
can
you?
get that directly
Make us
from
wait
you.
on the date.
You'll have a press for me.
Oh,
A
sure.
vinyl? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I can probably buy it on Amazon too, right?
Oh, no. I'll have a
I
copy
want
for
to
you
get.
guys.
I'll buy it directly
I-
from the source.
I'll have a
man.
copy for you guys.
I want
So
one.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
ser-
I want
yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
I want the
Sarasota
one you have
needs
out
that,
now. Do you
like
want
that
this?
original
Paul?
music. That's phenomenal. You know, and it's with some great cover bands here, and that's great.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not so common to have someone that has like really good original music around here.
And that's the thing. It's, you know, finding a venue that caters to that, so people just come and hear and
mean-
have a story tell. You know,
Think of the lobby at Art
wondering-
Ovation. Right? They've always got somebody out. I mean,
Oh,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
himself, not the band, but him.
No, yeah, downstairs,
great place-
downstairs at
downstairs.
Artivation.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's somewhere else. So,
Yeah, I
Art of,
mean-
are you familiar with Artivation Hotel?
No.
Okay, so it's right over here in Palm. It's right, like literally up 2 blocks this way. Upstairs, it's a rooftop bar, and they usually have a DJ up there, like techno or some sort of house music or something. But downstairs is more acoustic, more like folk, more just like original music on stage. People and with seating, so you get
People
probably a
sit
couple
around
dozen
it.
people
Yeah.
in comfortable
Okay.
chairs.
And then
Oh,
the
nice.
bar's right next to it.
And the
so
bar's right
people are
next to it, and it's a
listening.
nice.
I'm just thinking of places. There's.
No, but that's
Yeah.
probably one of the best places, and they would accept you with open arms because they're always looking for unique talent to entertain guests, and it's a high end hotel
Yeah.
right
Okay,
here. It's called
beautiful.
Artivation. We'll put you in touch with the manager there.
Yeah, I'll have to go meet them.
Huh?
We'll have to go meet the management now.
I happen to know.
We don't know everybody.
I
You
happen
probably
to
do,
know the
you know,
management
yeah.
of Yeah.
But yeah,
But no,
there's
that's
a
one.
ton of places.
Cask and Ale, but then
Yep.
through Brian, that would be his, and then he would have a whole. He'd be able to take you off from there to wherever else is best.
I would think Classico. now that
Classico.
they're doing it.
Well, he,
I know they got the piano.
They got the piano guys
but
pretty
I think
regular.
maybe one other night.
but
or
they may want to
something.
like mix it up a little bit.
Bricks right here.
Bricks. Yeah,
Right
just
next-
talk
they
with
have a
Megan at
little
Bricks over
space
here. Not
right
to put her
by
on the
the
spot or
bar, so
anything,
yeah,
but you
by
may want
yourself.
to. You may want to consider Megan. Okay, so I'll hear
Where
about
are
that.
you,
I'll hear
Megan?
about that later.
No,
So what else?
there's a
Where
ton
else?
of places.
Um,
Tamiami Tap.
Tammy Tap.
They have.
Yep.
yeah.
That's. Oh,
And you
Marina
can do
Jack.
it by yourself or with.
Yeah, I can
your
do it
band
or with my band.
Marina
Yes.
Jack.
Marina Jack.
Right there, Marina Jack. Not
Or O'Leary's. too.
well, no,
Both.
O'Leary's, but for a more sophisticated,
Yeah.
like they're more like cover,
Yeah.
inside the main marina than they
Inside
have
Marina
the
Jack.
open. Yeah, that'd be the best bet. Oh,
You don't need no stinking agent.
yeah. Look, we're all excited, man. Now we're like,
Stinking agent. I got Mark and Scott.
yeah, Mark and
started
Scott,
a podcast and now-
ex podcasters now agent for. Yeah, no, that's. Thank you so much for coming on and
Oh,
sharing
thank
this with
you.
us.
Got one more?
I'll do one more.
All
It's,
right.
it's an older one.
Okay, hey. No, you got.
Time. We're not in a rush.
We're not rushing you at all.
Cruising down 6th Street, I've got the pedal to the floor. Stevie Ray Vaughan on the stereo. I eat my heart out every time I look away. That Austin woman, she's gonna be the death of me someday. She says, "How you doing, babe?" as she brushes back her hair. We're cruising down the highway without any care. She says, "Let her ride, baby. Let your troubles drift away." Ooh. She says, "Let her ride, sugar, and let my loving guide the way." 'Cause we lose our minds, but then we'll find our way on Highway 69. Yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah. The city lights, how they hypnotize. The rhythm of the night shining bright in her eyes. She says, "Baby, see the moon dancing on the water. I gotta get in, babe. I've gotta cool myself." Her voice, it beckons me as she's dancing on the stream. Sexy little vixen, oh, how she makes me scream. Let her ride, baby. Let your troubles drift away. She says, "Let her ride, sugar, and let my loving guide the way." 'Cause we'll lose our minds, but then we'll find our way on Highway 69. Ooh, on Highway 69. On Highway, oh, you know.
Mr. Paul Victor. That was fantastic. Is that going to find its way on, or was that just one that you knew, a little older one?
It's an older one. It's on Spotify.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's currently out there
Yeah,
right now.
it's out
Okay, I
there.
got some searching and some downloading to do
Yeah.
for some of these. That's fantastic.
I've got some vinyl to buy.
What's that?
I've got some vinyl to buy.
Yeah, coming back. Well, it's
It's
been back for a
I
while.
have lots of vinyl, but
Well, man,
No,
again, man,
thank you.
Somebody I know.
Thank you so
for
very
coming
much,
on.
you guys. I had a great time.
Wait, no.
we might
Oh,
have
oh.
to
Okay,
to talk
we
into
might
one
have.
more.
We're gonna hook you up right now.
Do you mind?
Okay.
Oh my God! What a
So
what a
she's the-
coincidence!
Megan's
Megan's
the
out
GM
here.
at Bricks.
What a coincidence! Look. Okay, we'll stay at 6 feet. 6 feet.
I want you to.
Okay.
I want you to give a song a listen. One song. No, No, listen to him.
Yeah. Okay, this one's for Megan. This one goes out for Megan. This one's to a manager I know at Bricks.
Well, just a look
This one's
in
for you,
your
Megan.
eyes, and I melt away. You've opened doors, baby, that had long locked away. And each day brings us closer. Your love heals my past with the touch of your hands. I know love will last. So show me how you did it. Talk me right through it. 'Cause baby, your love's
No, Maggie,
made
don't walk
a
away like that.
believer of me. So save all your kisses for me. I'm so in love with you. And the things that
Megan,
you
this one's
do,
for you, Megan.
and I'll save all my kisses for you. I can't wait to be in your arms, to get lost in your beautiful eyes.
All right. Yeah. No, this is. I don't know what to say. I think so. That's
Mark's
really, really good.
Mark's like, you got somebody coming.
I'm trying.
Oh,
I'm trying to say. I'm
he's,
trying to think of something witty.
he's a
Something quick and
he's
witty
a
to
guitarist.
say.
I listened to a little bit of his stuff. Mark's like, hey,
No, that's
awesome.
No, I expect you to be very
Yeah,
good, but
yeah.
not. As
Well,
very,
thank you.
No, seriously, that's really, really good. I cannot wait for everything to come out. I can't wait to have you playing around here, hopefully, and I'm sure
Yeah.
Brian will like.
Oh,
Oh,
You
it'll be
guys seem like
wonderful.
knowing,
There's-
and
there's a
Scott
lot of
knows him
things.
better than I, but the personalities seem to be very
yeah,
similar.
Very much.
You know, and
And
the ideas flowing and the mentality and all that. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, and just the inspiration of the city too. It's incredible.
I don't know what's up in Bradenton, so I can't help you up there.
Sierra, actually, my daughter Sierra,
She's
she's,
up there.
out all
Yeah.
the time. She
Yeah.
knows all the live music. She's at a concert now, over on the East Coast festival somewhere over there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So let me ask her, like,
I
where the
mean-
good live music is over there, because
Yeah,
she
we-
has a house up there, and she's been up there. She's lived there for, well, her life,
Right.
pretty much. Which I'm sure Brian would know the same, but Sierra knows where she goes, and she knows all the kind of spots that she enjoys and the music that's there. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Okay.
think there's more here, but I don't know.
there's more
for
here,
sure.
but I think it's different. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. No, this
So-
is beautiful.
So yeah, we'll talk off here on a few other things. So that's cool.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
and you
good
guys
stuff.
have my number, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
connect.
And also
for
too,
sure.
we have events that we do.
Oh, yeah.
Just also too. So if you're open to, yes, yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very, very much.
Do you want the Coke?
Would you like a Coke or a
I'll
water?
do the Coke.
Or?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure.
Oh.
Sure.
Megan,
Wonderful.
thank
Thank you.
So yeah.
So we'd love to contact you if you're
we've got
Open to doing
CMX
some shows. We like
stuff.
the thing with the Make-A-Wish Foundation,
Right.
but that was a different. We had a DJ for that, but we have
Right.
parties up at Artovation, get-togethers, and just be great.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great.
And usually we get a pretty good turnout.
Right.
Like 80, 100, 150 people or something will come out.
Yeah.
It'll be a mix. We have beach parties. I'm sure you wouldn't want to bring your equipment to the beach. That might not be for that, but you're welcome to
good
join us
stuff.
there too.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, there are guitar. I've played on the beach before, so
Well-
there are guitars.
Well, there's
for
actually
that.
there is live music on Lido.
Somebody said something
By the
about
concession.
saltwater getting on the instruments. Remember?
Yeah,
Sharon said that by Hart's Landing. She goes, "You gotta be careful." I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
but I know Lido
I
Beach
think
has
that-
the pavilion right
You
there.
just need a
yeah.
good guitar tech and go. Hey, I've been near the saltwater with this.
Yes,
Could you do something with
exactly.
it?
Bobby Schneck, he's a good guitar tech. That's the
my
other
God.
thing. Siesta. There's so many places
Right.
for.
Oh, it's Siesta. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, we might as well just put that down. I was trying to
It's
tempting to
helping
keep
you
it
at
cool.
But Siesta's got a lot of live music too. Again, depending on how he's got a full-time job too. So
Yeah, watch. We're gonna
depending
be
on
so
how much you want
excited.
to go out and play.
Yeah. Mark, shouldn't you be selling real estate? Well, no, hold on. Wait a minute. I still got to gig the book. I still gotta gig the book.
We got.
Oh,
these people
there's
that were
my
trying to,
wife.
there she
There's
is.
my wife, the beautiful Teresa Klucka. Yes, I do. So please sit. Please sit.
Please.
Just sit for a minute. Would you mind playing some? That song you
One
just played
song.
for.
She wants
for
to
no,
hear.
don't
Oh.
you just played. Would you mind playing again?
Okay.
Please.
Sit
Hi.
for a minute.
No, just sit for a second. Honey, he's gonna play you a love song.
He's playing you a love song.
This I'm dedicating this to you, honey. Well, he
Well,
wrote
this
it.
is your dedication.
It's my
so-
dedication. I didn't write the song.
Thank God he doesn't sing it. Or
I didn't
play
sing it. Like, I heard a great song, and I want to dedicate it to you. It's his original song. Yeah. 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 Don't pay attention to that, everybody. It's a work in progress. Here we go. Here we go.
Just a look in your eyes, and I melt away. You've opened doors, baby, that had long locked away. And each day brings us closer. Your love heals my past with the touch of your hands. I know love will last. So show me how you did it. Talk me right through it. 'Cause baby, your love's made a believer of me. So save all your kisses for me. I'm so in love with you and the things that you do, and I'll save all my kisses for you. I can't wait to be in your arms, to get lost in your beautiful eyes. Thank you.
Excellent. Outstanding. So we're gonna be seeing him downtown here much more often now.
We're now his agent.
Yeah, he's gonna go away
He's gonna
laughing
be like,
about
would you
it.
lose my number? He's gonna be like, kind of lose my number. So, very
Yeah,
good.
he's gonna be laughing about it. It'd be like a joke that we're gonna be talking seriously about it.
Oh,
Where
Have a
where
splendid
you off
day.
See you
to?
later.
No, I'm playing with my granddaughter. You keep going.
Okay, all right.
Keep
Well,
going.
is she alone in the street or something? Okay, well bring her over. Bring,
Okay.
bring.
I don't like the spotlight, okay?
Okay, well you're beautiful enough to be in it, honey.
Wow.
Okay.
There's the yin and
I
yang
love walking.
right there.
Watching you walk
Look at
away.
this guy, he can't get off of a camera. He's hell
Right.
about it, man.
you need your sun and your moon, right?
He's like-
Right. yin and yang, man.
That's it.
Squirrel.
yeah,
And
yeah.
she keeps me
She's
grounded.
focused.
so.
He's all
Excellent.
over the place.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, thank you
So,
for
thanks for
doing that
being
for.
here, man.
Oh, thank you.
It's got
Hot
brownie
day
points.
like this. Awesome. So you're not touring? You're not going away?
Nothing
Anytime
for
soon?
the rest of the year, unless
Okay.
something pops up,
Okay.
and sometimes they do.
Okay.
But I'm in the studio. I've got
Oh,
quite
yeah,
a bit
you're
to
working on the album.
mixing to finish. Yes, and try to get it into
September's right around the
mastering.
corner,
I
right?
know. Try to get into mastering first week of September,
All right.
and that way, as the mastering process happens, if there's anything they send back, we need to tweak this a little bit. I have
Right.
time to do it before
The end of
it
the
gets finished.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get an autographed album cover.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what it's
Actually,
called.
I'll have copies for you guys.
We'll get
Thank
the-
you.
yeah,
Thank
well-
you so much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, so-
Yeah.
And
That's
again,
awesome.
thank you so much for coming on the show. And
Thank you,
and
gentlemen.
Bringing in this
everything. Yeah. It's good.
amazing. Yeah.
So anything you want to tell? Again, your Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram is
YouTube,
Paul
whatever.
Victor _music.
Okay.
And that's basically all my social media right there.
Okay. But
Yeah.
they can find it on Spotify. They can.
and
see
yes, they
Spotify.
can
Google
find me
it,
on
right?
Spotify, Paul Victor on Spotify.
Okay.
The new record, so on Spotify, there'll be It's Over and The River. It'll be the last two records done. They'll be on Spotify. Under Paul Victor Project, there's smooth jazz
Okay.
album on Spotify. But the latest record out is called A Night in Lebanon.
Yep, that's what I saw.
And it came out in March, and it's doing well. And
That's all music.
it's all instrumental, smooth
Instrumental.
jazz.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, guitar work.
Jazz. Okay.
And in the works is a saxophone record. So so I'll be doing that hopefully next year.
What's the
releasing
album in
that.
September called?
Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Yeah. And so I played the album song title, which will be the first release of that, Scandalous.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Good stuff. All right. Anything
Well,
else before you go?
No,
right.
thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
being here.
Sarasota.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bradenton.
And,
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you guys and getting to play for you.
Yeah. Oh God, we loved it.
And for anyone out there listening,
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Find 'em
And you'll go take a listen.
I love downtown Sarasota.
Absolutely,
The
yeah.
group, not the page,
Right.
will promote where he's going to play.
Absolutely.
If
we got
if
about
end up
there's
playing
about
in Sarasota.
20,000 members we have on that group, from all
On
over the
Facebook.
country, but
Yes,
about a
beautiful.
third of them are here in Sarasota. And so when we get any word of where you're playing, or please let us know,
Definitely.
and we'll
I
put it
will.
up on there, and hopefully
Join the group on
yeah,
Facebook.
join it on Facebook.
Yep, and then
So-
you can
Yep.
put your stuff out on the page, on the
Oh,
group,
yep.
not a page.
Okay.
Guys, the group, man. Yeah, so group. Anytime you post it, we'll approve it. It'll go on there, and yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
beautiful.
you wanna promote yourself.
And are you guys on IG at all? No,
it's
it's
not on
just-
Instagram.
I
yeah.
am.
He is.
I am.
Okay.
It's your Sarasota Realtor.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
at,
cool.
At your Sarasota Realtor, because I am your Sarasota
Yours.
Realtor.
Note to self.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm not as more on Facebook right now. I really need to get
Facebook and
Instagram
YouTube,
more.
excellent.
But YouTube though, you should. Are you on YouTube?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Paul,
this will be on
Paul
YouTube.
Victor. Yes.
So we're gonna be
So
putting
we
this on
didn't
YouTube
do it
as well.
live today on
Yeah.
ILDS, right? We were
No,
not
we didn't go live just because it's
just
so
'cause
hot.
it's so hot.
And the
Yeah.
camera's gonna blow up.
But
you know, the
YouTube will
phone.
have
Yes, on
Your-
YouTube, there's
your
live
30, 40
performances
minutes.
on
Awesome.
there.
Yeah,
So Paul Victor Project on YouTube.
okay.
Very
And
cool.
yeah,
So once we put this
Go
up, we'll send
enjoy.
you a link once I edit it. And again, I always want to try to do it earlier, but to be realistic, it won't come out till next week. 'Cause just the process of the
Sure.
editing and all that. But it'll go up there. We'll send you a link, and please
Perfect.
use it for whatever.
thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Great.
thank
Thank
you.
It was amazing, excellent. Thank you.
That was
Nice.
good.
Wow.
That was great.
Yeah,
That was great.
I'm kind of speechless. Like I said, the questions I wanted, but then I heard this exactly why we do this.
So, yeah.
Like to just meeting different people in Sarasota and
New people
with so
as
much
well.
talent. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so much talent here, whether it be artistic, graphically or musically or
Right?
poems or whatever.
And you don't
it's
even
amazing.
know.
It's
And
overflowing.
You don't
There's
know
so much
who's all
talent
out there.
here.
That's what we talked about earlier, right? You don't know how many people are
Yeah.
right up the street, a little north of here, that do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was great that we had you scheduled on here and,
Yeah.
and had you and were able to promote you and everything. But it's so amazing as well when we have people come on, sit down. We have no idea who they are,
Right.
and they sit down and they just explode us with something just mind blowing of what. There it goes. Okay, just it's fine. Everything's falling down.
Yeah, and I look forward actually to now paying attention to the artists before me, her work. Yeah,
Mhm.
so that'll be really nice.
Yeah, and we had had all sorts of people that came on early on talking about open mic nights up in Bradenton, and they're opening up little music venues, and yeah, actually that one too, possibly. Yeah, we'll be able to throw some contacts your way, and then I'm sure Brian will be able to hook you up much more. So, oh my God, it is so hot.
It is.
Ain't that thing cool?
I'm sure it's in
That's
the
awesome. That worked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sticky,
So
sticky hot.
I don't want to forget this. Happy birthday to my grandson Emmett.
Oh, happy
I told
birthday.
thanks. I told my my son and daughter-in-law that to watch ILDS live today because I would give a shout out. So his birthday's Monday. Today's the big party.
Wonderful.
I'm
How
missing
old?
it. It's the first. He's 2, and so it's the first grandkid turning 2, and I'm not going to be there, obviously. But so happy birthday, Emmett.
Awesome.
Did that, and yeah. So what else, Mark?
I think we're probably gonna wrap this up.
All right, it's
Well,
too damn
gentlemen,
hot.
have a splendid
Thank
day.
you. Thanks for being here.
And yeah, thank you so
Have
very
a
much.
great
again.
rest of the weekend.
Really nice.
Yeah, is it good? We don't care about the camera pointing at us.
No.
We actually
we want to point it.
we wanted pointing at them, coming out well, and the sound.
You fine with drinks? You want to take some for the road?
I'm gonna take that in there.
Take that for the road?
No, I'm good.
All right. Sure?
This sustenance. I'll take that in there. Cool out for a
Thank you, man. It was a
Thanks.
pleasure.
Take
Thank
care.
you,
Good
gentlemen.
to meet you.
Thank you.
This was a great show.
This was
And
a
you know what the
phenomenal
cool
show.
Thing is, it was only 2 hours.
What's that?
10:40 to 12:40. 2 hours.
Yeah, not like that 3 hour and 30-minute
No, I'm
marathon
just
we
saying.
had the other
Yeah.
day.
Oh, it was 3 hours for me and another hour for you.
Yeah.
That was out here too. This must be the.
Oh, I
best
can't
spot.
wait to break this down. This
No,
is going to be fun.
Mike was great. Modric. Mike Modric.
Mike
from Channel
Modric, yeah.
7.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so it's interesting because like that's what he does. Like he interviews
He's on
people.
TV.
So I'm kind of like, nah, how you doing? like,
Right.
like us beginning podcasters trying to go ahead and.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh my goodness!
What's up?
Oh, this.
Oh, can
Come
we have
grab a
can we have
seat. Come grab a
on.
seat.
We need to fill the last
Uh-huh.
15 minutes or so
Yeah,
of the
we-
show.
Now, come
Who
on,
better?
it's
Who
undercover.
better
we,
then?
we got AC. We got some water.
We've got
Come on.
water.
Here, look. Got a fan.
You can walk right through that.
What's up, guys?
I don't think he cares that much. He's been walking around all day out here, probably in
Oh
the
my
heat,
gosh.
right?
I've been here 20 minutes and I'm
Oh, that's all?
sweating.
Yeah, Mark got here at 6. She's like, I would rather have ice cream than talk to you guys.
Oh, you know what? You do like this, like an upflow. All right, so here we go.
So sit on that.
Oh my God,
sit
this-
over here.
Wow, this is. God, the gain on this thing must be huge. Is the gain up on this? Because I'm talking way
Yeah,
back
I
here.
think so.
It's.
This one. That one. See.
You see now it doesn't. Now I'm not.
How are you, girl? You having fun today?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, how good are you? And go right up
You
on.
want
the
to
mic.
you
There,
want
do
to
it. Talk like
introduce
that.
yourself. What's your name?
What's your name?
My name is Haven.
Haven. That's a great name.
Thank you.
And how old are you?
I'm 4.
4
You're
now.
4.
Wow. When's your
You-
birthday?
September.
All right.
And do you know the day in September?
I don't know.
I don't either. Like I don't even know my own. Like
Can
I
you
know it's
tell
in
me,
March.
Dad? Can you tell me?
Will you tell her?
September 28th.
September 20.
September 28th.
Oh,
There we
you
go.
got one coming
All
up
right.
soon.
I need to ask my mom when mine is. But
How old will you be?
5.
All
yes,
right.
very very good. So what are you doing today? Are you here with your parents and with Lala and walking around?
Yeah.
You're gonna get some ice cream later, or like now?
Now?
Like this is what you want to do, like now?
Did you bump into us? Were you on your way to get ice cream and you ran into us?
Pretty much.
Did you?
We got in the way.
I'll
We were-
stop and say hi.
We were in the beeline between where they were heading and where they were going. And
Going to the
Where
ice
we're
cream.
headed.
Is that
yeah,
where you're going
Rise
for
and
ice cream?
Eyes.
Rise
So
and
Rise
Eyes.
and Eyes is the ice cream place you need to go to. Ice cream
Yeah.
is so good, and there's air conditioning, which is so good. And,
yeah,
uh,
it's perfect for a hot day.
It's hot out, right? It's, you
Yeah.
want some water?
Sure.
Actually, new water.
Here,
It's
you
a
want a
new
whole
one right
bottle?
there.
Take
That's-
that whole bottle
cool
of
off.
water.
Cool off.
Dad might have to open it for you.
Okay.
Well,
or
maybe
no,
not.
she's watch. She's like, I don't need no.
She goes, I don't need.
I don't
I
need
got
no
this.
man. There we go. Okay. Well, come back. Please come back and keep on talking to
Yeah,
us.
keep talking.
There we go. Oh, no, wait. No pressure. She needs her hydration.
Your grandma won't come on here. Lala won't come on the mic.
Lala.
will
No,
she?
Lala's going to come on next.
She's. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Okay. So let's bring this down just a bit so you're comfortable.
There you go.
So,
So-
what are you going to do after ice cream? Do you have plans? What's your plans?
I don't know.
Swimming.
Just be swimming in the pool or?
Let's swim in the pool.
No, I know we're going to go to Marina Jack for dinner.
Ooh.
That's in our future, by the marina with all the boats.
Yeah.
It's very good, and I think there's live music tonight over there.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna, and hopefully we'll see Mr. Victor over
Someday there, yeah.
Yeah,
That would
one
be a
day.
good place for
there.
him.
Did you hear the guy that we had before? The
I don't think they were
gentleman.
here,
Oh
no.
man, he was phenomenal.
Oh, it's on tape.
It's
You
on
can- you
tape.
can catch
yeah,
it.
we'll put it up on YouTube. Okay, so
He
ice
serenaded
cream,
Teresa.
what's that?
He serenaded Teresa.
He serenaded Teresa.
Is that who was singing?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was me. No, that was me.
No, that was me.
He was on guitar. That was me. I was the one singing.
What?
I'm sorry. Is she hiding behind us?
Yeah, she's
Lala's
hiding.
back there, right?
No, well, she's not in sight. She's nowhere
She's
to be
like,
found.
don't even
Oh,
talk.
I see my
Mom.
mom.
Oh, let's
She's
get
looking
her
for
on the
Mom.
mic.
It's
She'd
over
love it.
there.
They're going to get ice
They're going to get
Okay,
ice
that's
cream.
their
Do you want to go
excuse.
get ice cream, Haven?
So do you want?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
He's out. Yeah.
No, you guys go on.
We're gonna
You
wrap
go
up
on.
anyways.
Thanks.
We're we're roasted.
He's dropped me off. You're so
We're
cute.
roasted.
You're so cute. All right, we're gonna be
Okay.
wrapping it up. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably anyway because
It's
it's
hot.
going on 1 o'clock and it's hot
Yeah.
as a
We'll have you on again.
stove. Very hot.
Fancy drinks you got, those Bloody Marys?
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that thing! Look at that thing!
Bricks.
What's
uh,
that? What's
the
that called?
ultimate, the ultimate Bloody
so
Mary.
Megan brought that over.
Lunch as well.
Yes, it
That's-
is. I didn't get to eat a
Yeah,
rib,
yeah.
and I think
I didn't-
some
what'd she call
burnt
that?
ends
What'd
or
she call
something.
that?
Ultimate.
Oh, the ultimate Bloody Mary,
Bloody
right?
The ultimate.
The ult-
Those ribs go to waste.
No, I know. I will
Oh
not.
no no!
I would see the same.
All right.
So I got the shout out to Emmett. What else? That's it.
Yeah.
Next,
think
next
we-
week
I think we
we'll
should
be in
call it
front
a day.
of,
I'm starting to feel a
next
little
week
faint.
We'll be in front of Gator Club.
I think my heart rate's going up a little bit. I'm feeling a little flush.
Yep.
Might be time for a celebratory juice.
Celebratory
Now?
juice. Yep. I
Get
imagine
get some
that'll be in
fluids
Bricks
back in the
probably.
system.
Stop
Hmm?
in there. Yep. All right. Everybody have
All
a
right.
great week.
You know what?
As
Scott?
always. Mark, good
Hey,
show.
great
Lot of
here
fun.
hanging out with you
It
in
was
the
awesome.
hot streets of downtown Sarasota.
Yes.
Have a fantastic week.
You bet.
And next
We'll,
time, next week, over in front of Gator Club.
Yep. We'll be there.
All right, sir.
All right, bud. Talk
All
to
right,
you.
man. Take care.
Have a good one, everybody.